Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So today in this video, we are going to discuss the top 10 Razorpay automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So Razorpay, we all know, is one of the most popular online payment gateway using which you can collect the payments from your clients and customers. And we are going to discuss the top 10 automations related to Razorpay, which are going to help you a lot. So using these automations, if you're selling some kind of digital download or digital file, you can actually collect the payment from your customer using Razorpay and automatically share that digital file with your clients and customer who made the payment. Using these automations, also you can add the customer who made the payment into an email marketing platform or a CRM like MailChimp or any other CRM or email marketing platform as well. Also, if you want to send a WhatsApp confirmation to your customer as you receive a payment on Razorpay, you can automate that as well. The next thing which we are going to automate is if you are using LMS. So if you are selling some kind of online course, you can actually enroll the customer who made the payment automatically as you receive the payment on Razorpay. So you can get the payment from the customer on Razorpay and you can automatically enroll the customer who made the payment into an LMS like Zenler or any other platform as well. Also, we are going to learn that how you can recover the abandoned cart using Razorpay. So abandoned cart is a most painful thing for selling online products. So you can actually recover abandoned cart by selling some kind of WhatsApp message to the customer who has abandoned them. So here guys, we are going to see how you can automate as well. And the possibilities of automation are endless. So guys, without any further delay, let's start with this complete guide and understand in a step-by-step manner that how you can set up each and every automation, all top 10 automation of these all by yourself.
How to schedule Google Meet meetings for new Razorpay payments and send SMS alerts automatically. So for taking the appointments, if you are using Razorpay payment gateway, then this video is for you because here I am going to show you an amazing automation that after every payment captured, how you can schedule a meeting into the Google Meet software and how you can even share the same meeting link to the same person via SMS, basically to the attendee. Yes, it is possible. You can entirely automate this process by simply connecting this Razorpay Google Meet and Twilio application with the help of an automation software. And after that, every time the payment will be captured, the meeting will be scheduled automatically and the SMS will get sent automatically to the attendee. If you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So I'm collecting the online payments via this page and I have created this page via Razorpay payment gateway, and I want whenever someone is going to make a payment from here, an appointment or a Google Meet should be scheduled automatically, and we are also going to share the meeting link with the same person via SMS who is booking this particular appointment. And for that, I'll have to build a connection in between Razorpay and Google Meet, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can connect multiple applications and automate your task. Well, you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free. I'm already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in. Now, in the free account, you will also get free tasks, that too every month, in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. Now, after reaching out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, the very first thing you'll have to do is to click on this blue button that is create workflow and simply provide a random name to your automation, to your workflow. So let's say I'm providing the name as schedule a meeting in Google Meet on receiving the payment in Razorpay. So how about I go with this particular name? Okay, so let me read it once again. Schedule a meeting in Google Meet on receiving the payment in Razorpay. Now click on create, and after clicking on this button, you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, send an email automatically via Gmail application. And here, according to our use case, whenever the payment happen in the Razorpay payment gateway application, automatically schedule a meeting in Google Meet application. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are setting up an automation. And here I am building the automation in between Razorpay and Google Meet. So that is why I have chosen first application as the Razorpay, and I want that whenever the payment is captured in Razorpay, this automation should start trigger. So that is why I have selected this particular trigger event. Now, after selecting these two things here, you can see a webhook URL and few set of instructions. Okay, so the idea here is we are going to connect our Razorpay with the Pabbly Connect so that the payment capture details can be captured here in the Pabbly Connect, and then we are going to send the same data to the Google Meet in order to schedule the meetings. Okay, and how I am going to do that? Well, again, you will have to follow the instructions. So firstly, copy this webhook URL and go back to your Razorpay dashboard, and here under the settings you will find an option of the webhooks. Okay, here is the settings option. I have clicked on that, and at the above side you will find an option of webhooks, and from this blue button add new webhook, you will have to paste the same webhook URL which you have just received via Pabbly Connect. All right, and after providing the webhook URL, you will have to select the action event, and it should be the same event which you have selected into the Pabbly Connect. And here I have selected this payment captured, so that is why I am going to select the same event here, and after that you'll have to click on this create webhook button, and this is how the webhook will be added here, and that means now Razorpay and Pabbly Connect is connected. Okay, now you will have to read the instructions that it is actually waiting for the webhook response. Log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So basically here the test submission means is making of a new payment here or just a test payment. We are going to make a dummy payment here so that firstly we can get the details here, the payment capture details here. Okay, so I'll go back to the Pabbly Connect, and here I will directly open the payment pages, and here in this particular payment pages I've already created a one page for the appointment for skin doctor. So let me show you this page. Here is the page URL. I will open this page in front of you, and you will see that what kind of page I have created. So basically the idea here is I am collecting the appointments online. I'm actually giving the appointments online as a skin doctor, for which I am collecting the payments from here, and I want as soon as someone is going to make a payment from here, a meeting should be scheduled into my Google Meet automatically. All right, and how I'm going to do that? So firstly, as per the instructions, I'm going to make a dummy payment here, a test payment here, and for that I'm going to use the test card details of the Razorpay. Okay, test card Razorpay. If you will search like this, you will find the test card details here via which I'm going to make a dummy payment. All right, so here are the details of the dummy payment. Okay, let me show you. Here are the details. Okay, so coming back here, and the consultation fee for the appointment for the skin doctor is actually 300. admin@pabblytudes.com. So assume that the email address of the person is admin@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to add a dummy phone number. All right, so I have added the same. Now it is asking for the preferred date. Well, I have added a calendar here, and assume that the person is interested in scheduling this appointment for the 18th of January. After that, I have provided the several details, basically the timing details as well. So I used to provide the appointments for these 4 slots only, so that is why I have provided only 4 details, and I have intentionally added this timings into the 24 hours format. Why? I'll tell you within the video later. Okay, so for now I am going to select this 10 of the morning. All right, full name. So assume that demo user is actually the name of the person. Now finally I have provided all the dummy details, and now I am going to make a test payment. All right, the contact details will be the same. I'll have to click on the proceed. Alright, I have not added the correct number. It should be actually of the 10 digit. Okay, I have provided the same. Now I am going to click on test card details, and here the test card is already saved in my phone, in my PC. Alright, clicking on this button, pay now, pay without saving the cards. And here I'll be clicking on this button success, and this is how the payment has been successful. Now when I'll come back to Pabbly Connect, here you will see the same payment details will be captured as a response here. Let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the 18 January date. Here we have the phone number, the full name, the email, the timing. So we have captured all the appointment related details. Now I am going to schedule an appointment into the Google Google Meet. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation is actually done, which was connecting Pabbly Connect and Razorpay and capturing the data here. Now we are going to send the same data to where? To the Google Meet application. So that is why I'm going to search for the Google Meet here. All right, so I have selected the same. Now in action event, I'm going to choose the schedule a meeting. Well, I just have a single action event only here. Okay, when you are connecting your Google Meet for the first time with Pabbly Connect, that make sure that you go with the add a new connection and provide the access from here. I will go with the existing connection only, clicking on save, and you will see the Google Meet account will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking for the calendars. So I want that this particular meeting should be scheduled into one of my Google Calendar. So how about I go with this PabCon only, okay? And here it will only include the calendars that support the Google meetings, okay? So if your Google Calendar supports the Google meeting scheduling, then this will surely schedule a meeting in your Google Calendar. Alright, now it is asking for the summary and the description of the meeting, okay? So let's say I provide the summary as new appointment is received via, and how about I add the name of the person, and from where I'm going to add the name? Well, I have just received the name and other data in the previous step, and I'm going to use the same data here exactly. Where is the name of the person? Here it is, okay? And I don't need to manually copy and paste the data here, okay? I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. If you will click on this particular field, the above data will be visible here, and here I'm going to search for the name of the person, okay? So the summary of this meeting will be new appointment is received via this particular person and the meeting has been scheduled, okay? So this is going to be the summary of this particular meeting, and don't worry, this name of the customer will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. That is why we have to map this value. If we are going to provide any data manually, the data will remain same, and if we are going to map the data will vary as per the automation will work, okay? As the automation will work. Now it is asking for the description, so I am going to write the description something like this only, okay? New appointment is received via, and how about here I add the email address of the person. So basically I have searched for the email address with the help of @, and here I have the email address. Now I have provided the summary, the description. Now it is asking for the start date, basically the start date of the meeting, and the end meeting date and time, okay? And here you can clearly read the instructions that enter your event start in this particular format, and the format has already given, it is actually into the TZ format, and the format should be into the UTC, okay? In the end date also the same instructions has been provided, and you can get the date time value from here, okay? So I'll have to map the start and the end date in this particular format, okay? And I have already received the start and end date, okay? Basically I have received the start date, and I'm going to calculate the end date, because here I'm going to give the consultation for at least 1 hour. So what I'll do is I'll add plus 1 hour. I'll add 1 more hour in the existing time, and this is how I'm going to fetch the end date, okay? So firstly let us check where we have the date and the time, okay? So we have received the date as 18th Jan 2023, and where is the timing? Alright, the timing is actually 10 a.m. and there is no AM and PM value. It is actually into the 24 format. But here we have an interesting twist. What is that twist? We will have to map the date and time into a single field only, okay? And that too in this particular format. But the date and time which we have received is completely in different format, and that too separately, okay? So how I am going to combine these two, and how I am going to get that particular, that preferred time zone which the Google Meet is asking for? Well, it is very easy with Pabbly Connect. Click on this plus icon, and here with the help of date and time formatter feature, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, I am going to work with the dates, okay? So here in the action event I'm going to select this format date and time, format date with site time zone, okay? Now click on connect, and here it is asking for the date which needs to be formatted. Okay, so it is asking to provide the date. So if I'll click on this particular field, I'll find the above data here. Let me search for the date, and here I have the date, and here I'm also going to map the time as well. Okay, here I have the time, so I have mapped the date and time. So what is this format? It is actually DDMMYY, and this is hours minutes. Okay, so I'll have to choose this from format from here. So basically we have the month in the written format, in the sentence format. So I'll have to choose that what kind of format actually I should choose. Okay, so I just have the single format for this January. Here you can see it has written. Okay, so that is MMDDYYHHMMSS. Okay, here we have the month, date, year, hours, minutes and seconds. So how about I map the same? And since it has the hours, minutes and seconds, and I just have the hours and minutes, so how about I also add this 00 extra, and every time what will happen now onwards, after the date and time, these extra 2 zeros for the second values, basically for the seconds value, will be added automatically. Okay, so from format is there, we have the to format. Well, I want the to format in which particular format? Again, I'll take you here. Okay, it should be into the T and Z format. So let us search for the same format, and we have the T and Z format. Here you can see the T and the Z. Okay, while instead of this I'll have to go with this because it has Z in the end. Okay, so I have provided the same format for which the Google Meet is looking for. Now it is asking from the from time zone and the to time zone. Okay, so in from, I'll have to choose this Asia Kolkata only because I am from India, and I'll go with the same. And in the to time zone, well, as per the instruction, I'll have to search for the UTC format. Now why UTC format? Again, as per the instructions, I'll have to choose UTC format. But why they have even mentioned about the UTC format only? Because every time I am going to schedule a meeting in my Google Calendar, in my Google Meeting, the meeting will automatically take the time value as plus 530. Okay, the plus 530 hours will be automatically added into my existing time. So that is why it is clearly asking us to provide the UTC format, so that we can avoid this extra plus 530 hours. Okay, so that is why I will go with this UTC format only. Okay, now finally I'll click on this button, save and send test request. Well, the response is received. Let us check the date and time. So we have actually the date of 4th January 2023. Well, this is something wrong because I have actually scheduled the meeting for the 18th January as far as I remember. Okay, so I'll have to check that whether I am actually doing the mistake. All right, so the format was the all right, we had the hours, minutes and seconds, and here we have the date, month and year. Okay, all right, so I think I have not provided this extra space in between the date and the time. So how about I place my cursor here, give a extra space, and now I am going to click on this button once again, and let us check whether I am receiving the date of 18th. Yes, I was correct. That extra space was missing. So did you notice that while creating the workflow, how important these extra spaces, or how important the date, the time, everything is? So make sure whenever you are going to create the automation inside Pabbly Connect, be careful about everything. All right, now finally we have the start date, which I'm going to map in this particular step basically here. And what about the end date? Well, I want the date and time of after 1 hour, because here I am going to take the appointment, take the consultation for at least 1 hour. So how about I add extra 1 hour in this particular date, and then I am going to add that particular value in the end date. Okay, I am going to do that with the help of the date and time formatter only. Okay, so click on this plus icon once again and search for the date and time formatter, and for adding 1 extra hour, I am going to choose this add or subtract action event. Clicking on connect, Connect, and here it has connected, asking for the enter date, basically asking for the date. So I just received the date into my previous step only. Here we have the date and time. And the second thing, it is asking to provide the expression, provide the amount of time which you would like to add or subtract to the date. So I want to add 1 extra hour. Okay, so here it has clearly given the example of plus 8 hours, and in this particular case I just want to add 1 hour, only 1 hour. Okay, so I provided the same. Well, it is asking for the to and the form format. It will be T and Z only. So where we have the, so where is the T and Z format? Here we have the T and Z format as this. Let us search for the same here also, and here we have the T and Z format. Finally, I'm going to click on this button, save and send test request, and let us check that what time we have. So we have 18th January 2023, and we have this particular time, and I'm going to map this particular time in Google Meet, and let us check whether the Google Meet has been scheduled for the same date and time or not. So here I am going to click on this particular field, but the data which we have just received via to extraction step is not visible here. So how about I firstly save this particular step? Well, the start and end date is required, so let me provide some dummy value just to save this particular step. Okay, so I have provided a dummy value here, clicking on save, and you will see this is how my automation will be refreshed. And now when I will click on this particular field, the above data will be started showing, and here we have the start date which I am going to map from here. Here we have the end date. In this particular field I am going to map this add and subscribe. Basically I'm going to map the value from this particular step. Okay, so I have mapped the start date, the end date, asking for the attendees email, basically with which particular person your meeting is actually going to schedule for. So I am going to search for the same person. Where we have the email address, here we have the email address. Okay, asking for the request ID, enter the random unique ID for this request. You should regenerate this ID for the every new request. If an ID provided is the same as for the previous request, the request is ignored. Okay, so it is asking to provide a unique ID. So how about I provide the email address only, because this is something is actually unique in my automation. Clicking on this button, but before that let me open my Google Calendar where this meeting is actually going to schedule. Okay, so here we have the Google calendar. Let me open my Google Calendar. All right. Well, here you can see the meeting has been scheduled, but the current meeting is actually scheduled for the different timing, that is of 3:30 to 4:30. I think I have not provided the timings, basically the format into the UTC format as per the instructions. I'll have to cross check it. Okay, so here we have the date and time formatter. Basically our second step was format date and time. Okay, and here I'll have to check the 2 time zone. Yes, it is actually the Asia and Kolkata only, and I'll have to change it in between to the into the UTC, ETC and UTC format. Clicking on this button, save and send test request. All right, and here we have different time, don't worry about that. All right, so coming back here, and here I'm going to refresh this automation so that all values will be replaced automatically. Okay, whatever the values I have mapped here, okay, these values will be automatically mapped with the new value which I have just received. Okay, let me click on this button, save and send test request once again so that this automation will execute for one more time. Okay, so here we have the end date. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and finally I am going to click on the last save and send test request button of my Google Meet action step. But how about I change this particular text so that I will be able to differentiate in the timings. Okay, so a new appointment, how about I write something like a new appointment. Okay, and in the description also I'm going to add a new appointment. Okay, finally going to click on this button, save and test request, and again wait for the response or wait for the meeting to be scheduled here. Alright, here you can see the meeting has been scheduled automatically, and if I am opening this meeting, the date is perfect, the timing is also perfect, and it has also scheduled for at least 1 hour, and the end time is also here. And now whenever this date and time will arrive, you can directly join the meeting from this particular button only. If I'll click on this button, you will see how the meeting will be open from here. and you can join the meeting from here, but from where the person will get to know, from where the person is going to join the meeting. So we are going to share the meeting details on his phone via SMS, and for sending the SMS I'm going to use this Twilio application, which is actually an SMS sending application only. And here for sending the SMS I'm selecting this Twilio, and an action event, since I want to send the SMS, so that is why the action event will be send SMS message. Now I'm going to connect the Twilio application with the Pabbly Connect, just like I have connected the Google Meet and the Razorpay. Okay, so click on this button, and here you'll have to click on this add a new connection, and for the connection it will ask you the account SID, authorization token, and once again the account SID. Okay, so how you can reach here, you will find this click here option, basically an hyperlink. You'll have to click on this particular link and it will directly take you to that particular section from where you can copy the SID. Okay, well, it is asking for the code, so let me first provide this code which I have received on this particular Gmail account. Alright, so I have provided the code. Click on verify, and here you will see it will directly take me to that API and token section. Okay, so basically from the left hand side you will find this API keys and the token section. Okay, once you will reach here, you will scroll down a little bit, and here exactly you will find the SID, which you will have to paste at both the places. Okay, asking for the authorization token. Okay, so here we have the authorization token as well, so click on this I button, and this is how you can copy the authorization token as well. Pasting it here, click on save, and this is how Twilio account will be also connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, asking for the body of the SMS, sender, and the recipient number. Okay, so what kind of SMS you would like to send, from here exactly you can compose that very same SMS, very same message. Okay, so I want that after and hello the name of the person should appear here. Okay, so I'm going to search for the name of the person, and here I'm going to add the name, and what will happen, the name of the customer will be automatically replaced. Okay, every customer's name will automatically placed here. I don't need to do anything manually because I'm mapping this particular value. Okay, and as I have told you earlier, whatever the details you are going to map here, the details will be automatically be replaced, and this is how this automation is going to take place. Okay, so hello user, you have booked an appointment with us on, and here I will add the date and time, and instead of providing the date and time from these particular data from the date and time formatter, I will map the date and time from the Razorpay data because it is quite readable, it is easy to understand. So here I have the date, pressing the comma, and here I am also going to map the timing. So where is the timing? That is 10 AM. Okay, so you have booked an appointment with us on, okay, not in, it should be on. Okay, on this particular date and time you can join the meeting from this link. Okay, let me again correct the spelling. Okay, from this meeting link, and from where I will get the meeting link, from where I can actually send the meeting link to the person. So I have not shown you that. If you will check the response of the Google Meet, okay, so this is my Google Meet step, and I'm checking the response, and here you will find the Google Meet link with the name Hangout link. So let me show you. Here you can see Hangout link. Okay, and it is actually the meeting link only. If I'll open it in a new tab, you will be able to see that it is the link. Okay, and I'm going to share the same meeting link to the person via SMS. Okay, so I'm going to map the same. So come back here, and here open the response of the Razorpay, and let me search for this link directly. Okay, here we have the Google Meet link. All right, how about I also end this message with some thank you. Okay, so this is the SMS I'm going to send to the person who is booking an appointment, and he will be receiving this SMS automatically on his phone. Okay, so hello demo user, you have booked an appointment with us on this particular date and time. You can join the meeting link from this link. Thank you. Okay, asking for the sender name and the recipient number. Okay, so I'll have to check whether I have taken any phone number from the person or not. So do I have any phone number? Yes, I have the phone number as this, and here this is just a dummy number, so don't worry. I will replace this number with the genuine one so that I can show you how the messages can be arrived, okay, before I click on this button. And here you'll have to note one more important thing, that is it is asking the number into this particular format, but currently I have the number in this format without plus. So what I can do is I can add this plus sign additionally here, and this is how I am going to make this particular format. And here I would also like to give you a small tip, okay. On the checkout page only, you can mention about this particular phone number where you are collecting the phone numbers, okay. So what will happen, the people will provide the phone number in this particular format only, and in this way you do not need to add this extra plus sign manually here, okay. Asking for the sender number, well, I'm using the free account of Twilio, so I'll take you directly to the dashboard, and here exactly Twilio has provided me a sender number which I'm going to use here only, okay. So I have copied and pasting it here, and now I'll be clicking on this button, but before that let me first replace this number with the genuine one. Alright, so I have provided the genuine number, clicking on this button save and send test request, and here you can see the response has been received and the messages has got sent. Okay, let me upload the screenshot of the SMS which I have received on my phone number. And here you can see it is the same SMS which we have composed with the help of Twilio application, and which we were able to send with the help of Pabbly Connect, with the help of automation. Okay, so now onwards what will happen, every time someone is going to make a payment into the Razorpay account, the meetings will be scheduled automatically into the Google Calendar on the specific date and time, and you will be also able to send the meeting details via SMS to the same person who is making payment via Razorpay. Okay, so this is how you can completely automate this process, and you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, sit back and relax and simply close Pabbly Connect, simply close Twilio application, because you do not have to do anything manually. Everything will be done with the help of automation. Just in case if you want to access this automation into your account, I will also attach the shareable link of my workflow, the same workflow, into my description box. So you just need to click on this link and sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow you can access into your account, that too for free.
In this video, we are going to see how to create a crowdfunding workflow with Pabbly Connect. So basically, we are going to see that if there is a donation made through a user, through a donor, through any particular payment gateway, here we have taken the example of Razorpay. So as soon as the payment has been done, then automatically a WhatsApp message should be sent to the person who has made the donation. Now, how can that be done? So here you will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Razorpay and your action application would be WhatsApp. So every time a payment has been captured, automatically a message would be sent. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen.
To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you have an account with us, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab, sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in. And here we have reached all applications page. Since we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software, let's click on access now. Here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Again, on the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. I'm going to click on this, and now a dialog box has appeared which is asking me to name this workflow. So here my objective is that every time a donation has been made for some particular objective through any payment gateway, and here I'm taking an example of Razorpay, then automatically a message should be shared with the person who has donated the amount on WhatsApp. And how can we do this through Pabbly Connect? This is what I'm going to show you in this integration. So I'm going to click on create here. Now we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger and another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. So every time a payment is successful through Razorpay, then automatically a message would be sent on WhatsApp. So here my trigger application would be Razorpay. Let's click on this. Now my trigger event. So the trigger event would be payment captured. Let's click on this. And here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect with Razorpay so that Pabbly Connect can have access to the information that is provided through Razorpay. And now we have to follow the following steps to set up the integration. So first we have to log into our Razorpay account. Then we have to go to webhook section which is available under settings. So I've already logged into my Razorpay account. This is the dashboard. Here we have to go to settings, which is here on the left hand side. I'm going to click on this. As I do that, here we can see webhooks. I'm going to click on this, add new webhook, and if I take you to Pabbly Connect, I'm going to copy this URL that we have just received, go back to Razorpay, paste this over here, and now the event would be payment captured. Let's click on create webhook. So here we can see that the webhook has been saved successfully. Now I'm going to go to the payment pages because I already have created a page which is donation for small scale business. So this is the page URL, this is the page status, the payment ID. Now if I'll show you more, so here you can see that it was created on this particular date, and now I'm going to show you the page URL. So I'm going to copy this and open this in a new tab. So this is the payment page. This is the donation cause, campaign starts on, it ends on, organizer details, etc. And here we have donation for, as in which particular product or which particular organization you are going to donate for. And then we have got the name, email address, phone and amount. So this is the payment page. So now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here it is saying that do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So I'm going to do a test submission here. So let's say we are donation for small scale business. What is the name? So let's say the name is demo user. Email address is demoUser@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the phone number. So this is it. Let's say the amount is 2000 rupees. I'm going to click on pay. So once done, let's click on card, and I have got the details here. So I'm going to click on pay now, pay without saving card. And here it is asking me, do I need to make this payment successful? Yes. So here we can see that the payment has been successful. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Yes, we have received the API response. So what all we have received? We have received the name of the person, then the mobile number, then we have the email address and the event for which the donation has been made. And here you can see that this is the donation amount, but the donation amount that has been mentioned here is not right. You can see that we had only opted for 2000 rupees. Here it is showing 20,000. So the person had made a donation of only 2000 rupees, but here it is showing 2 lakhs. Why? Because there's a little glitch with Razorpay. It doesn't take decimal into account. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to choose an action application, which is actually a feature by Pabbly. The name is number formatter. I'm going to click on this, and the action event here would be to perform math operation. Let's click on connect. Once done, here I'm going to map the number. How do we map it? As soon as I click here, it is going to show me the previous step, and then as I take you down, so this is the amount. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it by 100. So I'll put a comma and I'll write 100, and now the operation would be divide. Let's click on save and send test request. So here we can see that we have received the exact amount that we needed. Now once this is done, now my objective is that I should be able to send a message on WhatsApp to the person who has just made the donation. But I also need to make sure that this message goes to the user only when the donation has been made for the small scale business. So here I'm going to choose a filter, which is again a feature by Pabbly. And here label. So I'm going to select the name. So I'm going to go to step 1. And I'm going to select the name. So this is donation for small scale business. It should be equal to, so I'm going to copy this here from here. Donation for small scale business. Let's copy this, go down, and yeah, so here I have applied a filter that if the donation has been made for a small scale business, then only the workflow should continue. So I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here we can see that the condition is true. Now I'm going to choose my next action step, and here the application is WhatsApp Cloud API. The action event here would be to send template message. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the WhatsApp Cloud API account. I'm going to click on add new connection. Now to set up this connection, I need a token, phone number ID and business account ID. From where can we get this? For this, we have to go to Meta for Developers page. Then let's go to My Application. So I already have created a few applications. You can create your own by clicking on this green tab. I'm going to go to this My Connect message app that I had created, and then on the left hand side you can see WhatsApp. So let's click on the drop down, click on getting started. So once we do that, here we can see that we have received temporary access token. This is the phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. But there is one extremely important thing, which is this is just a temporary access token. So if you create your workflow using this token, then it is going to cease after 23 hours because the token will expire after 23 hours. So that is why it is important for you to create a permanent access token. A dedicated video is given in the description box. You can go through the same, create your own permanent access token so that your workflow doesn't cease. And now, since this is just a test case, I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here. And then we have the phone number ID. I have copied this. Now I'm going to paste this here. And finally, the business account ID, copied and pasted. Let's click on save. So once this is done, now we have to fill in this information. Basically, we have to map this information. Now, the first thing that we need is the template name. So now I'm going to take you back to WhatsApp Meta for Developers page, and here in step 2 you can see to create your own message template, click here. What are message templates? These are basically pre-written messages that you can share with your clients, consumers, without writing the message again, and there are certain variables which can be changed, which means that you can personalize these messages. Now here I already have created a template which is donation message final. So I'm going to click on this. Now you can see that the template doesn't have a header. You can always add one. You can either add a text or the media. Media again have different options like image, video and document. So if you wish, you can add anything like this. Then let's come to the body. So let's check the message once. So here the message says hello, then there's a number within double curly braces. We have received your contribution of rupees. Then there is another number for another number. We are thankful for your efforts for making things easy for everyone in need. Thank you. Regards, Pabbly Connect. So basically here these numbers are known as variables because they can be changed with every message, because the name would be changed, the amount would be changed. So you can always change these numbers. Now again here you can see number 3 is written, which is basically for the particular donation. So this particular donation is for small scale business. So it can be changed for every message. So you don't have to write the same message again. Let's check a sample of this message. So your message is going to appear something like this. Hello demo user, we have received your contribution of rupees 2000 for XYZ event. We are thankful for your efforts for making things easy for everyone in need, and then we have the subscription. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here we are going to map this data. So see, the template name has already been captured by the system, and now as I take you down, here we have to enter the recipient's mobile number. Remember that the mobile number has to be written with the country code but without the plus sign. And I'm going to map the information here. So how do I map it? So as I click on this, it is going to show me the previous steps. So for the mobile number, I'm going to go to step 1, and this is the mobile number. And since we had to add the country code in front, so I have added the same. Now the name of the person. So I'm again going to click on this, go to step 1, and as I take you down, this is the name. And then we have the amount. Now for this amount, I'm going to go to step 2, and this is the amount. And then we have the name of the event. So I'm going to go to step 1, and as I take you down here, this is the name. So once this is done, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that we have received the API response, which basically means that now I should have received a message on my WhatsApp. So I'm going to take you to my WhatsApp web now. And here you can see that yes, we have received a message on WhatsApp. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. But we also need to check this in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to the payment page of Razorpay, and here I'm going to fill in another detail. So let's say this time the name is dummy new, and then we have new, then we have the email address, which is dummynew@pabblytudes.com, and then we have the phone number. So this is the phone number, and then we have the amount. So let's say the donation has been made for 5,000 rupees. I'm going to click on pay 5,000, and I'm going to select the card. The details have already been captured, and then let's click on pay now. So I'm going to pay without saving the card, and let's click on success. So here you can see that the payment has been successful, which basically means that now I should have received a response on my WhatsApp. So now I'm going to take you to my WhatsApp, and yes, here you can see, hello dummy new, we have received your contribution of rupees 5,000 for this particular event, and then the rest of the message. So I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the description box of this video. I'm going to take you through the entire process once again. So here our trigger application was Razorpay. The event was payment captured. Then we had chosen a feature by Pabbly number formatter to format the amount. And then we had chosen a feature by Pabbly which is filter to make sure that this message goes to people only who have donated for this particular event, the specific small scale business event. And last one, we had chosen our action application as WhatsApp Cloud API, where the event was to send template message. I hope this is very much clear to you. You can clone this workflow and start the process immediately. If in case you wish to work on some specific integration, you can always write to us.
How to get Slack notifications when a Razorpay payment fails. So in this video, we will learn that whenever the payment is failed in Razorpay payment gateway, how you can automatically get a notification of payment failure on your Slack channel so that your team will be updated about every payment failure, and they can then immediately take the action on that failed payment. And to do that, I'm going to set an automation in between Razorpay and Slack, and in this automation, Razorpay will be the trigger application and Slack will be the action application. So let's start this process. So this is my Razorpay payment gateway dashboard, and I want if any payment is failed, I should get notified about that payment failure on my Slack channel immediately and automatically. And for that, I'll have to connect these two applications, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software. You can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. Now, if you're a new user, you will have to sign up for free. I'm already an existing user, so that is why I'm clicking on signing. And in the free account, you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation. Now click on access now, and this is how you will reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. And from here exactly we are going to start creating our automation, our workflow. So firstly, click on this blue button, create workflow, and just provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Let's say I'm providing the name as get Slack notifications when a Razorpay payment fails. Okay, now I'm going to click on this button, and here you will see two boxes will appear in front of you. Those are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. When this happens, do this. So understand with an example. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application. And here, according to our use case, whenever the payment is failed in Razorpay payment gateway application, automatically receive the notification on Slack application. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. And here we are building an automation in between Razorpay and Slack, back. So that is why the first application here will be the Razorpay, and in the trigger event, well, I want that whenever the payment is failed, this automation should trigger. So I will go with this particular trigger event. Now here you can see a webhook URL and few set of instructions. So the idea here is we are going to connect our Razorpay application with the Pabbly Connect, so that whenever the payment is failed in Razorpay, the details can be captured here in the Pabbly Connect. So follow my instructions. Copy this webhook URL, go back to your Razorpay dashboard, and here you can see I am actually in the testing mode. And now I will click on the settings. Alright, here you can see at the left bottom corner you will find an option of settings. At the above option, at the above you will find webhooks, and here you will have to click on this button add new webhook and paste the same webhook URL which you have received via Pabbly Connect. Now in the trigger event, in the action event, you will have to choose the same event which you have selected in the Pabbly Connect. So here I'll have to search for the payment failed. Okay, here you can see the payment failed trigger event, the action event. So I have selected the same, and finally I will click on this button create webhook, and you will see the webhook has saved successfully. Now come back to Pabbly Connect, and here you'll have to read the instructions. So log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record, so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So it is clearly saying that do a test submission or record, and here the test submission mean making of a payment fail. Basically I'll have to make a failed payment in Razorpay so that the data can be captured here. So what I'll do is, here you can see I'm selling this online PHP course for beginners. Now as a customer, I'm going to firstly buy this course, and then in the mid of the payment I will fail this payment, and you will see what will happen. Okay, so here I have the product as online PHP course. The product price is $499. Alright, the full name, assume that demo customer is the name of the person. Here I'm making this payment just for the testing purpose, so that is why I'm using the dummy details only. Email address, assume that admin@pabblytudes.com is the email address of the customer. And finally the WhatsApp number, well, we do not need to mention the WhatsApp number on our checkout page, because here we are going to receive the Slack notification. So you can write anything as per your choice. So let us provide any random number also. Alright, so I have provided a number also. Now I will click on this button pay now, and here you can see it is actually in the test mode, and here I will make the payment with the card, and here I will use the test card details provided by the test Razorpay card details provided by the Razorpay. Okay, test card payment failed. Okay, and here you can see test card and test UPI's IDs, and I have the test card as this. Let us copy and paste it here, and just provide a random CVV and the expiry date. Alright, and assume that demo is the name of the person, basically the card holder's name, and just provide a random CVV. Now click on pay now, skip saving card, and here I am going to complete the payment on the bank's page. Here you can see that your payment has been cancelled. Try again or complete the payment later. So coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here let us check whether we have actually received the response, and here you can see the response has been received. Let me check the details one by one. So the payment entity status is actually failed, and here is the number, the name, the email address of the person, here's the course name, and I also want the amount which was failed. Okay, basically the amount of the product. Okay, here you can see the payment entity amount. Okay, it was actually of 499, so it has not provided the decimal value, so that is why it is showing 499 and 2 extra zeros. So don't worry, I will trim these extra 2 zeros. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation is working absolutely fine, which was connecting Razorpay and Pabbly Connect and capturing the failed payment data here. Now we are going to send the notification on Slack channel, but before that I'll have to trim these 2 extra zeros, because when I'm going to share the payment failure details with my team, of course I will also attach the amount of the failed payment as well, and I cannot actually share this particular amount because this is not the actual amount. So I'll have to remove these extra 2 zeros, and for that I'll have to search for the number formatter here. And number formatter is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can perform various kind of operations within your automation automation of workflow. Click on connect, and here I have selected the action event as the perform math operation, and here I am going to divide 100 with this particular value so that I can actually remove these extra 2 zeros. Okay, so firstly it is asking that enter comma separated values to perform operation. So I want to perform the operation in between the above amounts. So instead of adding this data, this amount manually, I will map it, and mapping is very simple. If you will click on this field, you will find the above data here in the drop down. Again, I'm going to search for the amount here directly, and here we have the amount. So I want to perform the math operation in between this amount, and then you will have to press a comma and in between 100, and the operation should be of the divide. So that is why I have selected the same, and if you will click on this button, you will see the response will be received and you will get the actual amount. So this is how you can perform the math operation inside your automations of workflows. And here, since I have mapped this data, so this amount will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in the real time. So what will happen, if a new payment will be failed, the amount of that payment will be automatically added here. It will be automatically divided by the 100, and the new amount will be received as a response here, and this is how the automation will take place, and this is the power of automation. Now finally, I am going to send the details on the Slack. So here in the next application, I am going to search for the Slack application. All right, and in the action event, since I want to send the channel messages, so that is why I will select the same. Click on connect, click on add new connection, click on connect with Slack. Well, here it is asking for the token type, so you will have to read the instructions that what is the difference in between user and bot. So everything is written here, that whatever the action you would like to perform, you can choose your token type as per your requirement. Here you can see under the bot you can do these activities, and under this user token you can perform these activities. And here, since I wanted to send the channel messages, so that is why I will select this user token type. Okay, so I have copied and I'll be pasting here. All right, so click on save, and here it will ask you few permissions which you can immediately provide. And don't worry, Pabbly Connect is 100% safe. Your data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. And here you can see the authorizations is successful, and the Slack channel is connected with Pabbly Connect since I'm already logged in some different tab. Okay, coming back here, it is asking for the channel name, and here you should also read the note that a bot cannot post in a private channel. So if it's not a member, you need to invite it to the channel if you are using a bot token. All right, so you will have to consider this while selecting the token type. But here, don't worry, we have used the user token type, so it is completely fine. Now I will select the channel name, and I have the channel name as emails. So let us search for the channel name here, and I have the channel name which I have selected. Now finally it is asking for the message. Specify text of the message to send. Check out the formatting help doc for advanced option. Well, I have already created a nice message for sending to my team here into my notepad. I'm going to directly copy and paste it here, and let me first correct the formatting of this particular message. Alright, so I have corrected the formatting. Let me show you the message that hello customer success manager. A customer was trying to make a payment but it has got failed. Details are as follows: name, email, amount. Kindly follow up the customer if she needs any help from our side. Well, you can add any kind of message as per your requirement, and for now I will go with this particular message only. And here I'll have to provide the details. Basically, I'll have to map the details, basically the name, phone number, the name, email and amount. So instead of again adding the data manually, I will map it from the below data, basically from the drop down, and here I will search for the name of the customer. Okay, so the name is demo customer. Let us search for the email address. Okay, here is the email address of the customer, and finally the amount. Well, amount I am going to map from this particular action step which I have received, via which I have received the correct amount. Basically, I have trimmed those extra 2 zeros. Now it is asking to select the image URL, image alt text, the bot name, bot icon. So if you want to send any images also along with your message, you can provide these details also. It is totally up to you, but here I will go with this particular data only, and finally I will click on this button and wait for the response. Alright, so response has been received. Let us check our Slack channel, and yes, we have actually received the message immediately, instantly and automatically. Hello customer success manager, customer was trying to make a payment but it has got failed. Details are as follows: name, email, amount. Kindly follow up the customer if she needs any help for our site. So this is how now onwards, that whenever the payment is failed in your Razorpay payment gateway, the details for the same will be automatically shared on the Slack channel along with all the details, and you just need to set this automation inside Pabbly Connect for once, and after that everything will work in the backend. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Sit back and relax, and here I will attach the shareable workflow link into my description box. So if you will click on this link and sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, the same workflow will be immediately cloned into your account, that too for free.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to automatically send digital downloads with Razorpay and Google Drive. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, I'm going to work with 3 apps here: Razorpay, Google Drive as well as Gmail. So the idea is that if a payment is made on Razorpay, a file that is present in my Google Drive will be shared to the customer who has made the purchase on his Gmail account. So let us do the experiment. So we have a person called as Amy Alexander. So the first name is Amy, the last name is Alexander. We have the email as amy26064@gmail.com. So the idea is that we will be sending an email containing this particular file, that is Java for Kids, to this email address. So this is the email address, okay? And this is basically the phone number, and this is the payment amount. So the payment form has been filled and is going to be submitted by Amy Alexander. Okay, so Amy is just choosing for cards, and she is going to enter the card details. This is Amy's CVV, and she is going to complete the purchase by clicking on skip saving card. Okay, so the payment has been completed. Let me just click on success. Okay, excellent. Payment is successful. Now the idea is that this particular file, that is Java for Kids, that is stored as a PDF in my Google Drive, will be made available to Amy on her email address. So as you can see, it is already showing that I have shared the file automatically to Amy. Okay, so as you can see, this is the file Java for Kids. So Amy is just going to click on this file, and then she is going to read or view the file. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to automatically send the digital file present in my Google Drive to customer's email address after the purchase has been made by him on Razorpay? So basically here I have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Razorpay to Google Drive. Now the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or technical background. It can be done easily. So basically I'm just going to show you all the steps to integrate Razorpay and Google Drive. Okay, so to begin the process, in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. So this is the website of pabbly.com. Just hover on products and here you will find Connect. Just click on Connect. Okay, so this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. Here you can build your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already built an account, so let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the app section of Pabbly. Let me just scroll down. Here you will find Connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so the top right corner you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm planning to give it as Razorpay to Google Drive. Google Drive. And let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find 2 windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with these 2 windows? So when we talk about automation in Pabbly Connect, it works on the concept of triggers and action. The trigger here is an if statement. It asks a question: if this happens, what should be done? For example, if a new payment is made in Razorpay, the action will be the file will be delivered from your Google Drive to the purchaser's Gmail account. So basically the idea is that using the trigger window as well as this action window, we are going to create a workflow to integrate Razorpay to Google Drive. Now after we have built the workflow that has integrated Razorpay to Google Drive, I will make sure the link of this workflow is available in the description box. Okay, so let's go to the trigger window. Now here we are going to select the app as Razorpay. Razorpay it is. Okay, so now basically in the trigger event, how about we make it as payment captured? Now, payment captured is a trigger event. We do have a ton of trigger events like payment authorized, payment dispute won, payment dispute lost. All of them are trigger events. But in case if you want more trigger events, just approach the help section. So when you click on the help section, you will be directed to Pabbly forums. And in Pabbly forums, you can make a request that you want so-and-so trigger events. Okay, but at present, I'm just happy with the trigger event that is payment captured. So the idea is that whenever a new payment is made in Razorpay, Pabbly Connect will capture the data. So first of all, we are going to integrate Razorpay to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is the first step. So let us have a visit to Razorpay dashboard. Okay, so this is the Razorpay dashboard. Now we do have a set of instructions here. We just have to follow them. So here it is saying go to settings and webhooks. So settings, so where is our settings? Okay, so this is the settings. And as you can see, these are all the webhooks that I have created. Now I am working with trial account. So there is a limitation that I can only create 5 webhooks, but it should not concern you. So now what's the next step? Click on setup webhook. So I'm just going to click on add new webhook. Okay, so now it is mentioning we have to enter the webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL you want. You simply copy this and you just paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the webhook URL. Now coming to this part, that is active event. So in active event, we have to make sure that it is payment captured from active event section. Payment captured, okay, that's done. So in case of secret, we don't have to do anything. The alert email will be basically the same email with which you have logged in. And all you have to do at this point is just click on create webhooks. So the webhook has been saved successfully. Excellent. So at present it is showing it is waiting for the data. Basically it means that if we make a payment on Razorpay, it will capture the detail. So let's have a look. So I'm just going to go to a payment page. Okay. So I'm interested in this particular page, online courses. I'm just going to copy the checkout URL and open this in a new tab. Press enter. Okay, so now we are going to fill some details. So here are the details of the person. We have a guy called as Darius. Then this is the last name, that is Moravik. We have the email. So this is the email. Let me just paste the email address of Darius Moravik. So on this email address, we will be sending this particular file, that is Java for Kids. Okay, and this is Darius' phone number. Okay, so let me just enter the phone number. And the total amount is 1300. And let me just click on pay. Okay, so let's go with the card. So these are the card details of Darius. And let me just click on pay. Skip saving card. Okay, so let me just click on success. So a payment of 1300 has been made by a person called as Darius Moravik. Okay, excellent. So the idea is that Darius Moravik will be getting an email, and this email will be containing this particular PDF. Okay, now before that, let us have a look whether Pabbly Connect has captured the detail or not. Okay, yes, the details has been captured. So the event is a payment captured, and this is the amount, but unfortunately it is showing the amount with 2 extra zeros, but it is actually none of our concern at this point. We have the details of the person. Okay, so this is the email address, this is the phone number, this is the first name, this is the last name. So we have got all the details. So the idea is that we are going to send this particular folder, this particular file, that is java2.pdf, Java for Kids, to Darius. Okay, and this is how you do it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce the action window. Now remember this particular file, that is Java2, is present in my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the choose app as Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as share a file. Where is share a file? This one. And let me just click on connect. We are going with a new connection, and let me just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so my Google Drive's name is Aaron Manuel. Okay, so this is the Google Drive. Okay, so this is the Google Drive. Let me just show you the Google Drive. Let me just close this. So this is the Google Drive. Okay, and the name of the Google Drive is Aaron Manuel. It is a part of aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com, my Gmail account. So the idea is that we are going to connect with this particular Google Drive in which my file is present. So let me just click on this particular Gmail account and just click on allow. Authorization successful. Excellent. Okay. Now by default, it is showing the file ID as Pabbly Connect integration main sheet. Now these are all the files that is present in my Google Drive account. Now I'm interested in this particular file, java2.pdf. So we have selected it. Now we have to map the email address. All we have to do is just map this particular email address. Okay, so this is the email address we want, or you can go with this one also. Okay, it's totally depend on you. So I'm just going to click here. Okay, click here, and this is the email address we want. So it is Moravik663, yes, and we have mapped it. Now since this is a PDF, it doesn't really matter if the person can edit, comment, or view. Let me just click on the default role, that is can view. So this point to send this PDF, that is Java 2 or Java programming for kids. So all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one. So let me just straight away take you to Darius' email account. So yes, he has received a file from me. And this is the file Java 2, that is Java for kids. Excellent. So the presence of this particular file in Darius' email account shows that we have a successful integration between Razorpay and Google Drive. Now before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize the action window. And let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First integrated Razorpay to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Razorpay and Google Drive.
Hey guys, I'm Akash and I welcome you all on Pabbly. So the topic for today's video is send WhatsApp message to Razorpay customers on abandoned purchase. Now suppose guys you are an online seller. You are selling a product online and you are using Razorpay to collect the payments from your customer. Now a common problem faced by all the seller is of abandoned cart or abandoned purchase. Customers usually like our product, they visit our page, but actually while making the payment, they abandons the cart, abandons the purchase, which may cost you a lost sale. But guys, in this video, I came up with an awesome automation by which we can recover our lost sale. So this automation goes like, suppose you are using Razorpay as an online payment gateway. So whenever a customer will abandon a payment on our Razorpay payment page, automatically a WhatsApp message will send to their own number as a reminder that their payment is not complete yet. Interesting, right? Now you must be thinking how we are going to do this. So to make this happen, we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration software. And the best part is you do not require any kind of coding skills or programming knowledge. So what is the actual step-by-step guide to create this automation and how you can build this automation by yourself? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, we are on the Pabbly Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And as we reach on the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So after reaching this dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name this workflow as Razorpay to WhatsApp and click on create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we can see 2 different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we want to collect the details or the response for every payment which the customer cancels, or every cart or every purchase which the customer abandons. For that, in choose app, we will search for Razorpay. This is the Razorpay. And in trigger event, we can see there are lots of trigger events over here. And out of all these trigger events, we will select payment failed. After selecting trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we will connect our Razorpay and Pabbly Connect because we are using Razorpay as a payment gateway to collect payments from our customer. So just copy the webhook URL from here. Go to your Razorpay dashboard, and on the left side, we can see there are multiple options over here. We will scroll down and click on settings. And after reaching on settings, on the top bar, we can see 4 options, out of which the second option is webhooks. Click on webhooks. After clicking on webhooks, we can see all the webhook URLs which we have added in our Razorpay account can be seen over here. Now we will click on add new webhook, and then the dialog box will open up. And here it is asking us some details, and the first thing is webhook URL. Now we have to paste the very same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us over here. So I'll right click here and paste the webhook URL. Then the secret and alert email can be ignored. We can avoid these fields. And then we have to select the activity event. So in activity event, we will be selecting payment field. So we can see that there are lots and lots of activity events over here, and we will select payment field. If you have any doubt regarding the connection or the activity event, you can refer to the help text given below on the Pabbly Connect trigger page. So this is the trigger column, trigger section of our Pabbly Connect workflow. And in this workflow, you can see this is a help text. You can refer to this help text to add the webhook URL and select your activity event. So after selecting our activity event, just click on create webhook. And now our Pabbly Connect account is successfully connected with our Razorpay account as well. Now every time we will receive a failed payment on our Razorpay account, the details of that very same payment will be sent to Pabbly Connect as well. So let's just test this. On our Razorpay account, I have created many payment pages like you can see in the payment page section, out of which I will randomly select a payment page. For example, this is the payment page for NEET revision notes for biology. I will copy the URL for this payment page, go to Incognito tab and paste it over here. So this is the payment page which my customers will be seeing, and on this payment page, the customers will make the payment. So after selecting our payment page, I'll enter the details of a dummy customer over here. I'll select the course and then I'll select the name of the customer. For example, Kunal Kapoor. This is the name of a dummy customer, an email address and a phone number. So guys, the phone number which the customer will be entering on this payment page while making the payment, this will be the same phone number on which we will send the WhatsApp message. And we have to add the phone number with country code, so I will add the country code as well. After entering details, just click on pay. Now because guys, we are on the test mode of our Razorpay account, so we have to make a test payment, and this time we have to make a test fail payment. So guys, we will be making the payment, but after that we won't be completing the payment successfully. We will just abandon this payment in halfway. So I'll select card, enter the details of a test card over here. And after entering details, I'll click on pay. Now here it is asking me for an OTP, a test OTP, to make the payment successful. So I won't be entering the OTP and just close this window from here. Now we can see the payment is cancelled over here. It is showing us the response, payment processing cancelled by user. And now the payment is cancelled, the purchase has been abandoned by a customer. Now after this, because we have connected Razorpay with Pabbly Connect using a webhook URL, the response for this very same failed payment will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So we will minimize this, go back to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and yes guys, here we can see we have received some response over here, and this is the response of the very same payment which we have just abandoned. So here is the amount for the payment, but you can see the amount is in some incorrect format, because for the amount for which we made the payment was 500, but it is showing us a response of 50,000. This is because while sending the data, Razorpay does not support decimal values. So it eliminates the decimal and keep the last two zeros as it is. That is why it is showing us this amount. Then after that, it is showing us the currency. Then we scroll down and it is showing us the status that the payment is failed. We will scroll down and then we will find that we have also received the details of the customer who made the payment. So this is the same email address which the customer has entered while making the payment. Then this is the very same phone number. This is the same product which the customer has selected. This is the name of the customer, and then once again phone number and email. After customer details, we will scroll down and here we will see a response named as payload payment entity error description. And in this response, we can read that what is the reason for the failed payment. So this description says payment processing cancelled by the user. So here the user who was making the payment actually cancelled the payment and abandoned the purchase. So guys, we want this very same response. Now there can be some other possibilities, like for any technical issue or some banking or UPI issues can be there for making the failed payment or for occurring of the failed payment. But we specifically found when a customer or a user cancels the payment processing or abandons the purchase, then only we want to send the WhatsApp message. So in the next step, we will be adding a filter, a condition in this workflow, in this automation, to ensure that when we will receiving this response that payment processing cancelled by a user, then only send the WhatsApp message for the abandoned card or abandoned purchase. Otherwise, for other failed payment occurrence or other failed payment events, we won't be sending this message. So we will just scroll down and come to our action window. And here in choose app, we will search for filter. Filter it is. So filter by Pabbly is a function by which we can add some conditions in our workflow, in our automation. So as I told you, we will be adding a condition that if this label gets with this very same response, then only we will be sending the WhatsApp message and executing the workflow further. So we will scroll down. After selecting filter by Pabbly, in select label, we can see in the drop down below that all the responses which we have received from Razorpay can be seen over here. And out of all these responses, the response which we will be selecting in this filter select label section is the payload payment entity error description. Very same response which I have shown you. Just a second. This is the very same response which I have shown you. So we will select this response over here. Just select the response. The filter type will be equals to, and the value will be the very same value which we have received over here. So I will copy the payment this value and scroll down and paste it over here. And after adding the filter, just click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, the response shows the condition is true. Because we made the test payment, we fired the trigger on our Razorpay payment page for an abandoned purchase, and we have received the response for the very same that the user has cancelled the payment. That's why the payment this response is the condition is showing us true, because the condition of the filter is completed, is satisfied. Then after adding this condition, we want to send the WhatsApp message for the users for whom the condition is true. So for that, we will scroll down and click on this add action step button. And then after that, in choose app, we will search for WhatsApp Cloud API. WhatsApp Cloud API it is. After selecting WhatsApp Cloud API, in action event, we will select send template message. Click on connect and select add new connection. So guys, here I have already created my WhatsApp Cloud API account. So I will enter the details from my own account. But if you haven't created your Cloud API account yet, we have a separate dedicated video on how you can set up your own WhatsApp Cloud API account. And the link of that video will be in the description box below. So I will suggest you to go to that link, refer to that video so you can create your own WhatsApp Cloud API account as well. And then for the connection, it is asking for token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID from our Cloud API account. So let me take you to my own Cloud API account. So this is the app dashboard page of my WhatsApp Cloud API account, and at this page we can see there is a temporary access token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. So we'll copy these details, copy the phone number ID, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then copy the business account ID, WhatsApp business account ID, and then paste the same ID over here. Then it is asking us for the token, and the help text below it says enter system user generated permanent token as explained here. So here is a hyperlink. So the catch here is, guys, the token which we have to enter over here is the permanent token, but the token which we can see on the app dashboard page is a temporary access token, which means this token will expire every 24 hours. But guys, there is a way you can generate a permanent access token which will never expire. And to follow the process, to get the process on how you can generate your permanent access token, you will see a hyperlink over here below the token page. Just click on it and it will redirect you to a page on our forum. And at this page, you can see all the details regarding Cloud API, how you can set up your account and how to generate permanent access token. So you can refer to these two videos to create account and generate permanent access token. And after generating that permanent token, just enter that very same token over here and click on save. I have already made the connection, so I will click on select existing connection and click on save. So after the successful connection, we will scroll down and we can see some fields over here. So the first field is template name. Now you must be thinking, what are these templates? So templates are basically some predefined WhatsApp messages which we are willing to send to our customers. So to avoid the spamming of messages on WhatsApp, first we have to create a template message inside our Cloud API account, and then we have to get that template approved from Meta. And after the approval, we can use that template to send WhatsApp messages. So below the template name in the drop down, we can see that there is a long list of templates. These are the very same templates which I have already created in my WhatsApp Cloud API account. Let me show you. We will go back to app dashboard page. We will scroll down, and here in step 2, we can see a hyperlink over here. Just click on this and it will take us to the message template page of our Cloud API account. And at this page, you can see all the templates which I have created can be seen over here. If you want to create your own template, by clicking on create message template button, you can create a message template of your choice. And we have a separate video on the template creation, guys. So if you have any confusion, any doubt, and any issue while creating the templates, you can refer to that video on the complete process of template creation. And the link to that video will also be in the description box below. So now we have to select a template which we will be using to send WhatsApp message. So the template which I have created is named as card abandoned. So I'll select this template, and guys, this is the kind of message I want to send to my customers who abandoned the purchase. So this message says hi, and after hi we will be entering the name of the customer. So you can see here in the body of the message, after hi I have added a number in double curly bracket. So this number is basically a variable, a dynamic text. So guys, I want to add the name of the customer who abandoned the purchase after hi. So the name of the person or the name of the customer will keep changing for every sending message. So to add this kind of variables, this kind of dynamic text, we use a variable over here. So after the name of the customer, the message says, we have noticed that you are having trouble. Your recent purchase is not complete. You can go back to the same payment page to complete your purchase. Thank you. Regards, Team Pabbly. So this is the kind of message I want to send to the customer who abandons the purchase. And there is a dynamic tag one after hi, where we will be adding the name of the customer. So cart underscore abandoned. We will select this template in Pabbly Connect. So I'll search for this template, cart underscore abandoned. After selecting the template, the language code and template ID is automatically detected. So we don't have to make any changes in this. And then it comes the recipient mobile number. So in place of recipient mobile number, we have to enter the WhatsApp number of the customer who abandoned the purchase. So we have received the details of the customer in our trigger event on our Razorpay response. So this is the response from Razorpay, and in this response we have received the phone number of the customer who was making the payment. So we have to map this very same payment over here in the recipient mobile number field. And the process of mapping is very simple, guys. We just have to simply click on this field, and from the drop down below we can see all the responses which we have received from Razorpay. And out of all these responses, we have to map the response for the phone number. So we will select this. And the help text below it says, enter the recipient mobile number with country code without plus sign. Example this. So we have to enter the 10-digit mobile number with country code but without the plus sign. So usually we add plus sign, plus 91 with the mobile number to add the country code. But here we have to enter the number without the plus sign. So this is a number which my customer has entered, or the response which I have received from my Razorpay payment page is without the plus sign. So I have mapped the very same number. Now after this, it is asking me body field 1. So guys, as I have shown you, I have created a body field inside my template. So after hi, there is a variable, there is a body field over here named as 1 in double curly braces. So we wanted to add the name of the customer after hi. So in Pabbly Connect, here in body field 1, we'll just click it, and from the drop down below from Razorpay responses, we will select the name of the customer who abandoned the payment. So this is the name of the customer, Kunal Kapoor. So in this way, guys, for every new abandoned payment, the response of every failed payment will be captured inside Pabbly Connect, and then we will check that if this payment is cancelled by the user or not. And if yes, we will map the phone number which they have entered in the payment page over here, and the name of the customer will be come over here in the WhatsApp message. So after mapping all these details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, the response which we have received seems to be a positive response to us. And this response says, we have successfully sent a WhatsApp message on this number. So let's check the WhatsApp account of this number. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp account of the very same number which we have entered on the payment page. And yes guys, we can see that we have received a message on this very same number which says, hi Kunal Kapoor, means the name of the very same customer. We have noticed that you are having trouble. Your recent purchase is not complete. You can go back to the same payment page to complete your purchase. Thank you, regards Team Pabbly. So this is the same template message guys which we have created inside our WhatsApp Cloud API. So guys, we can see that we have successfully created this automation by which whenever a customer will abandon a purchase, cancel a payment on our Razorpay payment page, we will send a WhatsApp message something like this to on their number. So I have created the template message like this, but if you want, you can create your template message according to your requirement. So after successfully creating this workflow, we just have to test this workflow in real time once. So we'll go back to our Razorpay account, copy this payment link and go back to our incognito tab. And this time we will make another failed payment, another abandoned purchase on our Razorpay payment page. We'll select the product, enter a new customer name, for example, Heather Khan. Then the amount is 500. The email address of the customer, this is the email address and this is the phone number. And we have to enter the country code without plus sign in the phone number as well as given here. Click on pay, enter the details of a test card, cardholder name, and this is the CVV. Click on pay, and at this point we will just abandon the purchase. I'll just close this tab and the payment is cancelled. As you can see, payment is cancelled by the user. And as and when the payment is cancelled, automatically according to our automation or workflow, a WhatsApp message will be sent to the very same number which they have entered on this payment page. So let's just check back again the WhatsApp account of this number. We will minimize this tab. And yes guys, we can see that just now we have received a WhatsApp message on that very same number which says, "Hi Heather Khan," means the name of the customer who was making the payment, who abandoned the purchase. We have noticed that you are having trouble, your recent purchase is not complete. You can go back to the same payment page to complete your purchase. Thank you, regards Team Pabbly. So it's the same template message is automatically sent to the person who abandoned the purchase on our Razorpay payment page. So in this way guys, we can recover our lost sales or remind our customer that they have not completed their purchase, so that in this way we can recover our lost sale. So we have successfully tested this automation, that this automation is working perfectly fine. Now let's just understand in brief what are the steps we followed while setting up this automation. So at our very first step in trigger application, we selected Razorpay and the trigger event is payment field. And the webhook which Pabbly Connect gave us, we added the very same webhook URL in our Razorpay account to connect Razorpay and Pabbly Connect. After the connection, on one of our payment page, we made a test payment and then we abandoned the purchase of on that payment page. We were making the payment, we added all the details, but at last we haven't made the payment successfully. And in Pabbly Connect, we have received a response for failed payment. And out of those response, we have seen the reason or the description of response says payment processing cancelled by user. So the user has cancelled the payment. After that, in the next step, we have added a filter because guys, for the trigger which we have created will start for every failed payment. But we have to ensure that the failed payments which were cancelled by the user, we only want to send WhatsApp message to those users. For that, we have added a filter to the response, the error description, and added the description as well. And made sure that the WhatsApp message is only sent if the user cancels the payment. After adding the filter, we have selected WhatsApp Cloud API in Actions tab, and the action event is send template message, and send all this detail to WhatsApp Cloud API to send WhatsApp message to recover our lost sale to the customers who has abandoned the purchase. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more thing, you will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video you are going to learn how you can create an automated payment link via Razorpay on receiving a form submission from Contact Form 7 plugin of WordPress. So guys, Contact Form 7 is a very useful plugin of WordPress by which you can create many type of forms like subscription forms or registration forms. And if you want to use this form to collect payments by integrating it with an online payment gateway like Razorpay, this automation is a must-have for you. And here let me show you how it is going to work. So the flow of this automation is going to work like this. As and when you receive a form submission from contact form 7, a payment link will be created via Razorpay and will be delivered to the person who have submitted the form via an email. Yes guys, this is how it is going to work, and to make this happen we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And the best part of creating this automation is that you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge. So any non-technical person can also perform this automation. So now let us set up this automation together. So guys, the first step to create this automation is to log in into your Pabbly Connect account. So for that, you can check the link that we have pasted in the description, from where you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And that will give you 100 free tasks for every month. And after that, you can log in and reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect like this. Okay, and here you have to create a workflow to start this automation. And for that, you just have to click here on this create workflow button. And here you can give any suitable name to this workflow. So let me fill the name here. So guys, I have given the name to this workflow as send Razorpay payment link on contact form 7 submission. Okay, now you can click here on this create button, and you can see your workflow getting created here like this. Okay, and on this page you will find these 2 things, the trigger and the action. So our automation work on these 2 things. So the trigger says when this happens, that means the trigger is happening of any event. So that will act as a trigger for this automation, and the action is the response to that trigger. Okay, so action will make Pabbly Connect perform any action according to the trigger. So first of all, you have to set up your trigger here. And in our use case, the trigger would be submission of contact form 7. So you have to choose the trigger application as webhook here. Okay, so with the help of webhook feature by Pabbly, we are going to connect our contact form 7 plugin with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so how you can do this? You just have to reach the dashboard of your WordPress. Let me show you. This is my dashboard of WordPress. Okay, I'm opening it. And let me show you how you can install that plugin here. You have to scroll down here on this left hand side panel, and you will find this plugins option here. And from here, you can click on this add new button, and a new page will open up. And from there, you can find your plugin. So in the search bar, you can search for contact form 7 like this. Okay. Here it is. So this is the contact form 7 plugin. You can install it here and activate it. Okay. After that, you will find a contact option here in this left hand side panel. This is the plugins tab actually. And from here, you can click on this add new, and you can create your own form. Okay. So I have created a form before. Already I have created a form which I'm going to use here. Let me show you. And I'm going to my contact forms. Okay. So here are the forms that I have created, and I am going to use this one, conference on AI in industry. Okay. So this is a form I have created for a conference that is going to happen, and this is a registration form for this conference. Okay. So when you complete creating this form, it will give you a shorthand URL for this form. This is a short code of your form. And you can use this shortcode to embed this form in your WordPress website. Okay, so you can choose the pages from the pages section on which you want to have this form embedded. Okay, so you can choose your page and you can embed your form from this section, and you can choose from the from this panel only. When you scroll down here, you will find this appearance option, and from this appearance option you can click on menus, and from there you can select on which side of the page you want to appear or embed this form. So let me open my WordPress website here, and I'll show you my form. So this is my AI conference registration form here embedded on my website page, and this is the form. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So now we want to connect this form with Pabbly Connect so that we can fetch the data out from this form. And after that, by using that data only, we are going to create a payment link. Okay. So for that, we are using a webhook by Pabbly feature. And let me show you how we can use this webhook URL now. You just have to click on copy here first. Okay. Then you have to go back to your dashboard of WordPress like this, okay? And on this left hand side panel, when you scroll down, you will find the settings option. And in the settings, you will find this WordPress webhooks tab. Click on WordPress webhooks or WP webhooks, okay? And here you will find this send data tab. Click on send data. And from this page, you have to scroll down and you will find this plugin here, which is Contact Form 7. Let me show you. This is Contact Form 7 submit, Contact Form 7, and here you can see form submitted option. Click on form submitted, and here you can add this or set up this webhook. So you just have to click here on this add webhook URL button, and here it will ask for a name to this webhook. So you can give any name to this webhook. I am giving it as to payment link, okay? And here in this webhook URL field, you have to paste the webhook URL that you have copied from Pabbly Connect like this, okay? After that, click here on this add for CF7 forms, and you will see that your webhook will be added here like this. You can see the webhook URL has been added here, okay? And in Pabbly Connect, you can see when I copied this webhook URL, it started showing this waiting for the webhook's response. This means now you have to perform a test submission, or you have to record a demo data out from your Contact Form 7 form to here in Pabbly Connect. Okay, and with the help of that data, we are going to move forward. Let me show you. So I'm going to open my form again from my site. Okay, this is my site and this is my form. And this form is for the conference on artificial intelligence. So this is a registration form, and this conference is going to held on 27th of January to 29th of January. Okay. So let us say that someone want to fill this registration form. So he have to click on this yes button. And here I'm going to fill the name of the person who want to attend this, and the email ID and the phone number and the organization's name, position, and all these things. And I am now clicking on submit. And you can see the form is getting submitted here. Okay, so as and when this form will get submitted, the data of this form submission is going to be captured in Pabbly Connect, and I'll show you. Okay, so you can see the form, I think, is submitted. Okay, so you can see here is the message. Thank you for your message. It has been sent. Now let's check in Pabbly Connect if the data got captured, and you can see the data is here. So this is how it is going to capture the data. You can see the title of the form, okay, and you will find the details, all other details as well. You can see the name of the person, the option he opted, yes, the name, the email, the phone number, and all the things that he have filled in the form is here, okay. So now I want to create a payment link for this person, and actually we want to create a payment link for the person who have opted an option yes here, okay. So I'm going to apply a filter because I want to create a payment link only for those who have opted the option yes and completed the form. Okay. For that, what we can do, you just have to click here on this action window, and you can use this filter feature by Pabbly, and it will show you the select label and filter type options. So I'm going to use this data only that we have received from the form submission, and you can see we have this label here. Form submitted data, you want to continue, and here is the response as yes. Okay, so I'm going to select this label here from the select label option, and when you click here, it will show you this previous tab, webhooks tab, and when you click on this webhooks tab, it will show you all the data that you have received in the first step. And from this data only, I'm going to find the label, which is this one, form submitted data. You want to continue, select this label, make the filter type equals to, and when this data is equal to yes, then only we want to create a payment link. So right now the option opted is yes. So let's check. I'm clicking on save and send test request, and this is how it will show you the response. The status is success and the condition is true for now. Okay. So if the condition matches true, we want to create a payment link via Razorpay. Okay. So to create a link, you just have to click here on this plus icon, and in this actions tab, you have to choose the action application now as Razorpay. Yeah. So search for Razorpay here, like this, and it will give you all these action events for Razorpay. Pabbly Connect can create a customer in Razorpay, create an item, create an order, create a payment link, create plan, and all these things. For now, we are using this create payment link option. So select this create payment link, then click on connect. And here you can select add new connection, and it will ask for these two things to make the connection with Razorpay, the key ID and the key secret. So to find these things, you have to reach the settings of the Razorpay page and you have to generate a key. Let me show you. So this is the dashboard of my Razorpay, and we are using it in the test mode because we are just setting up this automation. And here, when you scroll down on the left hand side panel, you will find the settings tab. Click on settings. Okay. And on this page, you will find this API keys tag. Click on it. And here you can generate a key for yourself. Okay. So click on regenerate test key. Okay. So I'm deactivating the old key here. Okay. And here's the key ID and the key secret. So you have to copy these things and paste the things here one by one. First the key ID and then the key secret. Okay. So this is a key secret, and now you just have to click on save. And you can see we are connected with Razorpay now. And here it is asking the amount of the payment that you want to create a link of. Okay. So let's say that our registration fee for this conference is 400 rupees. So you have to pass this value here in the smallest unit of the currency. That means you have to pass the values in the multiples of 100. For example, you can see if you want to pass 10 rupees, you have to put 1000 here. Okay. For now, I want to pass 400 rupees. I want to create a link of 400 rupees as a payment. So I want to put 2 extra zeros here. That doesn't mean that it is of 40,000. It will create a 400 rupees link only. Okay. Now you can give the currency as INR, USD, EUR. Okay. So you have to give the country code here of the currency. So I'm giving it here INR. Okay. And here is the type. I want to create a link. And here you can give the description of the payment link. That means what is the purpose of this payment. So I'm putting the description here as payment link for conference on AI industry. Okay. Right. Now it is asking the name and the email and the contact of the person for whom you want to create this link. Okay. So you'll get the data of that person from the very first step, which is here, the webhooks tab. Here we have the data. So I'm going to map this data. Okay. So the things that you put here manually will be static things, and that is not going to change because the amount is going to be same for every person who is going to register for this conference. The currency will be same, but these things needs to be changed for every new person who is registering. So we are going to map this data. So when you map this data, the data gets changed automatically as and when any new person is going to fill the form. So to map the data, you just have to click here and you will find the previous steps in the drop down, and from the webhooks tab, map the data of the name. Okay, so you will find the name. Here it is. Map the name and then map the email. Okay, so you'll find the email here as this, and the contact number, you will find the contact as well. Okay, here is the contact, and here it is asking for the links type. So you can have an expanded link or a show more option link. So I'm selecting here expanded one. You can give a receipt number if you want. So we can use the data that we have received from the webhooks tab, from which we can create a unique receipt number for every registrant. For that, you can use this form data post order option. So this is the thing which I have seen that it is going to change with every new form submission. So you can use this only. So let me put the receipt number as, I'm going to put here AI underscore, and I'm going to map this data post order label. Okay. So this will create a receipt number for every new registrant. Okay. And if you want to send the reminders through Razorpay only, because Razorpay give you this option to send the reminders to the persons who are to the persons by whom you want to collect the payments. Okay, so if you want Razorpay to send the reminders for you, you can make it true, or if you want to send the reminders, you can make it false. Now I'm making it false because I'm going to compile a mail for my registrants. Okay. And here it is asking for the timestamp, or you have to fix the expiry time of this Razorpay payment link. So guys, our conference is going to be held on 27th of January. So I want that the payment link that we are going to generate for our registrants will be valid, will remain valid till 26th of January at least. Okay, so that they can complete the payment one day before and then can join the conference. For that, we are going to create a timestamp, and to create this you just have to click here on this timestamp name, and this page will open up, and from here you can create a timestamp. Let me show you how. So we want to make this payment link valid till 26th of January. So you have to select the date. This is 26th 1/2022, and till midnight I want to keep this payment link valid. So here I am putting hours as 11:59. Okay, 11:59 and 00 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to click on convert, and here we have the timestamp. So you just have to copy this timestamp like this, and you have to paste it here in this expiry field. Okay, so now this payment link will be valid till 26th of January till midnight. Okay, now it is asking SMS notification. So Razorpay sends notification. If you want Razorpay to send the SMS, you can select Razorpay sends the SMS, or if you want to send the SMS by yourself, you can select this you send the SMS option. For now, I am selecting Razorpay send the SMS, but for the email, I am going to send the email. So I am selecting in the email notification option, you send the email option. Okay. And here you can select the partial payments. If you don't want your customer to make partial payments, you can select here cannot make or can make. For now, I am using cannot make partial payments. In the callback URL, you can enter the website address of your WordPress website or any other page you want to redirect to. For now, I am leaving this blank. This is not a compulsory thing. Okay. Callback method is get only. Now let's check our connection with Razorpay by clicking on save and send test request if a payment link is going to be generated or not. So you can see the payment link is generated here, and you will find the link of that payment in this response in the label. Let me show you. And the label is the here it is, this short URL. Let me show you. So I'm opening this short URL in a new tab, and here you can see this is how the payment link is going to be generated. Payment link for conference on AI industry. This is the receipt number, expired by this date and time, and the amount payable is 400 rupees. Okay, so this is how it is going to happen. Now I want to send this payment link to the registrants via email. For that, what we can do, you just have to click here on this plus icon, and another actions tab will open up. And from here, I'm using Gmail application to send the emails. Okay, now I have to select the action event as send email. Okay, then click on connect. And from here, you can select add new connection. Then click on connect with Gmail. And from here, you can select the Gmail account by which you want to send those emails. So I'm selecting the account here. Then you have to provide this additional access to send the email. Click on continue. That is completely safe here. And you will see that we are going to be connected with Gmail like this. Okay. Now it is asking for the recipient's email address. So guys, from the same place, from the very first step, you will find all the data that we have received from your contact form 7 submission. So we are going to map this data here. So when you click here, you will find this webhook option. Click on it, and you will find the recipient's email address or the registrant's email address here in the drop down like this. So map it. I do not want to put anyone in CC or BCC, so I'm leaving these things blank. And in the sender's name, you can put the name of your organization or anything or any person who is sending this email. So here I'm putting Team Pabbly for now, okay? And in the email subject, you can put the subject of the email as payment link for registration in conference on AI in industry, okay? So you can customize these things according to yourself. I'm just showing you the example, okay? And here I'm leaving this reply to field blank. This is not a compulsory thing. And the email content type, I'm making it plain only. And in the email content here, you have to put a standard email that you want to send to the registrants, okay? So here, let me fill the email, okay? So guys, here I have written a standard email for the registrants as this, dear, and after this I am going to map the name of the registrant. Thank you for showing your interest in our conference on artificial intelligence in industries. Please complete the registration by submitting the fee from this link. And here I am going to map the link that we have generated in the previous step. Okay, so first let me map the name of the registrant from the first step. So when you map the name, it will change automatically as and when a new registration will happen from the page. Okay. So, and the link also is going to be changed when you map the link here. Okay. And you can map the link from this third step where you have created the payment link. So I am going to map the short URL of this link, this one. Okay. So we are done here. Now let's check our connection if this mail is forwarding or not. So I'm going to click on save and send test request and I'll show you how the mail will look like. Okay, so now I'm clicking on save and send test request here and we'll see I have opened the inbox of the person to whom we are sending this email. So let me show you how the email. So this is how the email will look like. You can see Team Pabbly. This is the sender. This is the subject, payment link for registration. Okay. And this is how the email will look like. And this is the payment link attached here. Okay. So this is the payment link. So this is how you can collect the payment and this is how it is going to work in real time. And we are done here. And you have to set up this automation only once, guys. After setting up this whole automation, you don't have to do anything manually. After that, as and when anyone is going to fill your registration form, the email will be delivered directly to him with the payment link. Okay, now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, I used webhook feature by Pabbly to connect with the contact form 7 plugin and to capture the test data here. And with the help of this test data, we move forward. And I applied a filter here because we have given two options in our form, yes or no. So I applied the filter as that when the person is going to opt for yes, then only create a payment link via Razorpay. And here I have mapped the details of the person to create a link. Okay. And after that, I want to send this link via an email. So I connected Gmail account here. Okay. And type the email and map the data required. Okay. Now you just have to click on save. And guys, the best part is you can use this same workflow that I have just created because I am going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly.
So in this video, we will learn how to send WhatsApp messages for Razorpay payment. Now suppose guys you are a business owner who is using Razorpay as a payment gateway to collect payments from your customer. Now guys, suppose you want that whenever you receive the payment, you want to send a WhatsApp notification to your customer. Now guys, you can automate this process and the trigger of this automation will be receiving of payments on Razorpay and the action will be sending the confirmation message on the successful payment to the same customer who made the payment. Now how you can set up this automation by yourself? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So first of all, we will go to a browser and search for pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So I will sign into my own Pabbly Connect account. And after signing in, you will reach to this All Apps page of Pabbly. Here, just click on Access Now below Pabbly Connect. After that, we will see that we have reached to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. In this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. Now, I want to name my workflow as Razorpay to WhatsApp and click on Create. Now we can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get all the details and the data of new payments which we are receiving on our Razorpay account in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send the WhatsApp message to the customers who actually made the payment. Now guys, here in trigger window, in choose app, we will search for Razorpay. Just select Razorpay. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, select payment captured. Just select it. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect give us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we will make the connection between Razorpay and Pabbly Connect. Just copy this webhook URL from here and follow the help text given below over here. So after copying the webhook URL, just go to your Razorpay account's dashboard. So this is the dashboard. And on the left side, we can see several options, out of which there is an option named as settings. Just click on settings. And after that, after clicking on settings, just click on this webhook section to reach this webhooks page. And then on the right side, you can see there is add new webhook button over here. Just click on it. And here a dialog box appears in front of us. And the first thing it asks us is the webhook URL. Now here we have to paste the same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just paste it over here. The secret key and alert emails can be ignored and we will directly move to active event. So here in active event from this list, we have to select payment.captured because we want Razorpay to send the data for every new payment it captures to Pabbly Connect. And after that, just scroll down and click on continue. Now we can see that we have successfully connected Razorpay with Pabbly Connect using this webhook URL. After making this connection guys, what we have to do, we have to make a test payment on our Razorpay payment page so that we can capture the details of this new payment in Pabbly Connect. Now to do so, I'll just go to payment pages section of Razorpay, and this is a payment page which I have created for online PHP course. Just copy the URL from this page, go to a new tab and paste it over here. And then let's enter the details of a dummy customer and make a test payment. So from this drop down, we'll select this payment. The product price is 499 rupees. Then it is asking us for the full name. So here in full name, I'll just enter the name of a dummy user, for example, dummy name. This is the name of the person who is making the payment. After that, let's enter the email address as well. This is the email address of the customer who is making the payment, and at last the mobile number. Now here guys, it says your WhatsApp number with country code like this. So we have to enter the mobile number. We have asked our customers to enter the mobile number with country code and without plus sign. So we will enter the mobile number in the same format. Let's enter. And that's it. After entering the mobile number, just click on pay. Let's make the payment using the test card in Razorpay. Just use the test card. This is the card number. This is the expiry, cardholder's name, and CVV. Just a second, the expiry date is wrong. And that's it. Just click on pay. And the payment is done. Now we can see that just now we have successfully made a test payment, a dummy payment on our Razorpay payment page. And because we have connected Razorpay with Pabbly Connect, we will see that the details of this payment which we have made is now captured in Pabbly Connect as well. So let's go to our workflow. And yes guys, here in Pabbly Connect, we can see that we have received some response. And in this response, we will see the details of the payment which we have just now made. So we will scroll down, and here we can see all the details like the name of the product for which the customer made the payment, the name of the customer who made the payment, the email address, the mobile number of the customer, also the amount of the product as well. So here we have the amount of the product for which the customer made the payment. But guys, here you will notice that the customer made the payment. We made the test payment for 499 rupees. But the response which we have received is of rupees 49,900. This is because guys, while sending the data, Razorpay doesn't support the decimal value. That's why, as you can see, it has eliminated the decimal and added the last two zero as well in this response in this value. So first we will be correcting this amount value, and then we will send the WhatsApp message. Now to correct this amount value, we just have to divide this complete number by 100. And we will do that by using a feature of Pabbly Connect, that is the number formatter module. So just scroll down, come to this action window, and here in choose apps, just search for number formatter. After that, in action event from the drop down, select perform math operation. Click on connect. Then we have to enter the numbers. So what we have to do, we have to map the response of amount which we have received from here over here. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and in the drop down below, we can see all the responses which we have received from Razorpay can be seen over here. And after that, from this drop down, select the response of amount and map it. Then just add a comma, and we want to divide this number by 100. That's why we have added 100 over here. Then after that, in operations, from the drop down, select divide and click on save and send test request. And now we can see that we have received the correct amount for which the customer made the payment. After doing this, now what we have to do, we want to send the WhatsApp message to the customer as a confirmation. And we will be using WhatsApp Cloud API in this video to send the WhatsApp message. Just click on this add action step button at last, and here in choose app, search for WhatsApp Cloud API. WhatsApp Cloud API it is, just select it. And after that, from the drop down from action event, select send template message. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Cloud API account with Pabbly Connect. So because guys, I have already created my Cloud API account, that's why I have the details of my Cloud API account like the token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. But if you haven't created your WhatsApp Cloud API account yet, don't worry guys, we have a separate dedicated video on that too. And the link of that video will be in the description box below. By referring to that video, you can set up your own WhatsApp Cloud API account and use it. And after creating your account, you will reach to this app dashboard page of WhatsApp Cloud API. And in this page, you will find everything which is required to make the connection, like the temporary access token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So just copy this phone number ID from this page and then go to the connection window of Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then copy the WhatsApp business account ID, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then it is asking us for the token. So here the help text below token says enter system user generated permanent token as explained here. Now guys, the token which we get on this app dashboard page is a temporary access token, which means this token will expire every 24 hours. But don't worry guys, there is a way by which you can generate a permanent access token which will never expire. Now here in Pabbly Connect connection window, the help text says enter system user generated permanent access token, and here you have the hyperlink. Just click on this hyperlink and it will take you to a page on our forum. And at this page, you will find everything which is required to make the connection, like everything related to WhatsApp Cloud API. How you can set up your account, how you can generate the Cloud API key, the permanent access token, and everything. You can refer to this page if you have any queries. And after generating your permanent access token, just enter it over here and click on save to make the connection. I have already made the connection, so I will select my old existing connection from the drop down and connect it. Just select this connection and click on save. And that is it guys. We will see that our WhatsApp Cloud API account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, the first thing it asks us is the template name. So guys, you must be thinking, what are these templates? So templates are basically some predefined WhatsApp messages which we want to send to our customers. Now guys, to send WhatsApp messages using WhatsApp Cloud API, first we have to create a template message in Cloud API, and then we have to get that template approved from Facebook, or should I say Meta. And after the approval, we can use that template message to send WhatsApp message to our customers. So here in the drop down below template name, you can see a list of all the templates which I have already created and got approved in my WhatsApp Cloud API account. If you want to create your own template, just go to your app dashboard page and here scroll down to step 2. And at last you can see a hyperlink. Just click on it and in the new tab, you will reach to the message template page of WhatsApp Cloud API. And at this page, by clicking on this create message template button, you can create a WhatsApp message template of your choice. If you don't know how to do it, we have a separate dedicated video on that too. And the link of that video will be in the description box below. You can refer to it to know how you can create your WhatsApp message template and what are the features it offers. And at this same page, you will find a list of all the templates which we have already created and got approved on our WhatsApp Cloud API account. So out of all of these, the template which we are going to use in this video is named as payment_update. So let me search for it. Payment_update. So this is the kind of WhatsApp message which I want to send to my customers. This message says, "Hello Akash," means the name of the customer who has made us the payment, from whom we have received the payment. This is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment. Amount, so we will be mentioning the amount for which the customer made the payment. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or concerns. Thank you, regards. So guys, this is the simple kind of basic message which I want to send. So here guys, you will notice that the amount of the payment for which the amount which I am receiving and the name of the customer will be keep on changing for every new payment I receive or every new WhatsApp message which I send. So every time I will be receiving the details or the payments from some new person, some new customer, which means the name of the customer and the amount is basically a dynamic text, which is going to be keep on changing. And to add these kind of dynamic text in our WhatsApp message template, we add some numbers in double curly braces like this. So this number is basically a variable, a body field. Now, to add the dynamic text in our WhatsApp message template, we add these body fields. Like after hello, I have added a body field 1 and we will be entering the name of the customer in place of this body field in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Then this is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment. Then after amount, we have added another body field, the body field 2. So here, just select this template message in Pabbly Connect, that is payment_update. Payment_update. Just select it. After selecting our template, the language code and template ID are automatically detected. We don't have to make any changes over here. Then the next thing it asks us is the recipient mobile number. Now here guys, we have to enter the WhatsApp number of the customer to whom we want to send the confirmation message. So we have received the WhatsApp number of the customer from Razorpay. So we'll just scroll down to Razorpay response and we can see that this is the number which the customer has entered. So we have to actually map this same number, same response over here in this recipient mobile number field. So just click on this field and as we all saw, the process of mapping is very simple. From the drop down from the responses of Razorpay, select the response of the mobile number of the customer and map it. So this is the response, just select it and map it over here. After that, it is asking us body field 1, body field 2. So as I shown you, we have created two different body fields in WhatsApp Cloud API template. And in place of body field 1, we wanted to add the name of the customer. So in this field, we will be mapping the name of the customer. Just click here and from the drop down from the responses, select and map the name of the customer. Then it is asking us for the body field 2. And in place of body field 2, we wanted to add the amount of the for which the customer has made the payment. So using number formatter, we have corrected the amount for which the customer made the payment. Just select and map this response over here. And after entering all of these details, all of this data, just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that a WhatsApp message with the payment confirmation is sent on this number, the same number which the customer has entered on our Razorpay payment page while making the payment. So let's check the WhatsApp account. We'll go to WhatsApp. And yes guys, here we can see that we have received a WhatsApp message. This message says, "Hello dummy name," means the same name of the customer which customer has entered on the Razorpay payment page. This is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment. Amount of $4.99, the same amount for which we made the payment. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or concern. Thank you. Regards. So guys, this is the same template message which we have created in WhatsApp Cloud API. This means guys, the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we will just get back to our Razorpay account and we will be making a test payment once again. So let's close this. We'll go to Razorpay payment pages section and let's make another payment over here. And this time we will enter some details of some other dummy customer. So let's select the product. The amount is the same because it's the same payment page. Let's enter the name as test name. So this is the name of the person. Okay, so test 123 name. So let's give this name to the customer. Then email address, let me give it an email address as well, a dummy email address, and at last the mobile number. So with country code, we will enter the mobile number of the customer and click on pay. Let's enter the test card details once again for the one last time. Don't save my card details under CVV. Okay, so we have basically made the wrong CVV. Just let me enter the correct one. And that's it. We can see that just now we made another successful payment on our Razorpay account. We have received a payment on our Razorpay account. And as we receive this payment, instantly, automatically we will see that a WhatsApp message is sent to the number of the customer who made the payment. Let's go to WhatsApp. And yes guys, here you can see that we have basically entered the same number. And in this number, we have received a WhatsApp message which says, hello test 123 name. And we have the rest of the template message which we have created with the amount of the payment. This means guys, the automation is working absolutely fine, absolutely perfectly fine. We have now every time we will receive a new payment on our Razorpay account, instantly, automatically a WhatsApp message will be sent to the customer who made the payment regarding the confirmation. So not just these applications guys, you can basically integrate plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. So in this video, you are going to learn how to create Razorpay payment link on new event registration and send on WhatsApp. So now let's see what is happening here. So you have received a new form submission for the registration of an event that you are going to conduct in a Pabbly form, right? So you are going to create a payment link from Razorpay for the person who have registered here in a Pabbly form. And you are going to send the same payment link to the person who have filled the form on the WhatsApp account, right? Now let's talk about the applications we have used. So guys, Pabbly Form Builder is a form building application in which you can create many type of forms to collect the data like survey form, research form or any registration forms, right? And Razorpay is an online payment gateway applications in which you can create payment pages and distribute it with your customers to receive payments, right? And WhatsApp guys, as you already know, is a widely used instant messaging application. Now let's suppose that you are going to conduct any event. You are any institute or any event management firm and you are going to conduct any event. So to get registrants for your event, you have created a form by Pabbly Form Builder here, right? Now as and when someone fill that form and submit that form, you want to create a payment link for him or her by using Razorpay, and you are going to send that same link to the WhatsApp account of the person who have filled this form, right? Now to get this done, you have two ways. One is that whenever someone filled this registration form built by Pabbly Form Builder, you are going to manually sort out the data of that person and then go to Razorpay dashboard and create a payment link individually for each and every person, and then manually compile a message on WhatsApp for each and every form submission you receive and send the payment link here on WhatsApp. Now guys, this can be done, but this process is very repetitive, problematic and tiresome. So we have a better way for you. What if I tell you that as and when you receive a new registration here in Pabbly form, a Razorpay payment link get automatically generated and the same payment link get automatically delivered on the WhatsApp account of the person who have filled the form. Yes guys, this can be done, and this can happen by connecting Pabbly Form Builder with Razorpay and WhatsApp. But to connect these two applications, we do not have any native integration or connection present between Pabbly Form, Razorpay and WhatsApp. So to connect these three applications, I am using a software here called as Pabbly Connect. So guys, Pabbly Connect is an integration and automation software, and the best part of it is that you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge to make this connection between Pabbly Form Builder, Razorpay and WhatsApp. So now let me give you a demo on my screen of how this connection between all these applications is going to work in real time. So guys, this is the form I have created with the help of Pabbly Form Builder for an event which is a conference on artificial intelligence in industry. So this is the topic of the conference, which is going to be held on 16th of October to 20th of October 2021, and this is the registration form for this event. So whenever someone fill this form from here, a link of the payment for this event is going to be delivered here on the WhatsApp account. All right, who register for this event. All right, so what I'm going to show you now is that I will make a registration here. I'll fill this form and we will check in this WhatsApp account if this WhatsApp account receives a payment link for this event or not. So let me fill this. I am clicking on yes here. So the form will open up and it's asking for the full name. So let me fill it like my name only, and let the email be this, and here I'll enter the number. So I filled the required details here, and now I'm clicking on submit. So you can see the form is submitted successfully. Now we will check in the WhatsApp account if we receives the payment link or not. So you can see we have received a new message here, and the message is like this. You can see and the message is like this. It is saying, hello Akib J Khan, we have received your request for AI in Industry conference. Please use the link below to complete your registration process, and here is the link for doing the payment. Alright, so this is how it is going to be done. As and when I fill this form here and submitted it successfully, this WhatsApp account of mine received this message, and after this I will make the payment for the Razorpay payment link. Alright, now you guys are wondering how I managed to bring this message here without any manual compilation of the message, just by filling this form here that we have created for registration. So guys, now let me show you the easiest steps possible by which you can also make this connection between Pabbly Forms and WhatsApp. So guys, these are the 3 easy steps by which you can also make this integration or connection between your Pabbly Form Builder and WhatsApp. So step 1 is connect Pabbly Connect Form Builder to Pabbly Connect with the help of webhook URL. So first of all, we are going to open Pabbly Connect and connect the form that we have created from Pabbly Form Builder to here in Pabbly Connect. Step 2 is collect the form's data in Pabbly Connect. So in second step, we'll bring the data from the Pabbly form to here in Pabbly Connect. And step 3 is now send the Razorpay payment link on WhatsApp via 360 dialog. So at the last step, we are going to send the Razorpay payment link as a new message on WhatsApp via another application which is called 360 dialog. So I'll tell you what 360 dialog is later on in this video. First of all, let's jump back to our step 1 and open Pabbly Connect. So guys, first of all, open your browser and type Pabbly, that is pabbly.com. So this is the landing page of Pabbly. From here you have to put your cursor on this products icon and click on connect. Alright, now you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on sign up free button, which I have already done, so I'm clicking on sign in directly. So this is the all apps section of Pabbly. From here you have to come to this connect panel and click on access now. So this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect here, and to start working here you have to create workflows like these. Alright, so to create a workflow you have to click here on this create workflow button on the top right corner. So click on it. After this it will ask for a name to your workflow, so you can give any relevant name. So I have filled the name as new event registration to payment link on WhatsApp. Alright, now I'm clicking on create here. So as a workflow get created, you will see these two things first, the trigger and the action. So Pabbly Connect work on these two things. The trigger says when this happens, action says Pabbly Connect do this. Alright. Now, as in our use case, you can see the trigger would be a new form submission for the registration, and the action would be to send the payment link on WhatsApp. So first of all, you have to click here on this trigger option, and from this choose app, choose your application as Pabbly Form Builder. So this is Pabbly Form Builder, select it. After this it will ask for the trigger event. So click here on select and select this new form submission. After this it will generate a URL. So this is called as a webhook URL. So by using this URL we are going to connect our Pabbly form with Pabbly Connect. Alright, so you just have to copy this URL from here and you have to come to the Pabbly Form Builders dashboard. So this is my Pabbly Form Builder dashboard. Here I have created all these forms you can see for various purposes, and for this purpose I have created this AI conference registration form. Alright, so this is the form I have created for this purpose. Now you just have to in the dashboard you just have to click on this integrations option here like this, and you will find the webhooks option here. Click on this webhooks option, and from here you can see we have already a webhook pasted here. So you can create another webhook by clicking on this create webhook button. Click on it, and here you have to paste the copied webhook URL that you have copied from Pabbly Connect. So paste it here like this, and then click on save. So you can see we have added another webhook successfully here. Now what you have to do, come in Pabbly Connect again, and you can see this button, recapture webhook response. So click on this button because our second step is to bring the data from the form that we have created in Pabbly Connect here. Alright, so click on this recapture webhook response button, click on yes, and you can see it started showing like this, waiting for webhook response. This means we have to fill another form to bring the data here. So let's fill another form. So let me open the form here. So this is the link. So this is the form that I have created on conference on AI industry registration form. Alright, so let's fill it. So I'm clicking on yes here, and now in the full name I'm writing the name as Zoya Khan, and the email alright, and in the organization let's say MB, and in the position let's say content writer. Alright, and in the mobile number you have to fill the mobile number or the WhatsApp number of the applicant or the one who is registering. So let me fill this also. Now I'm clicking on submit. Alright, so this form is successfully submitted. Now let's check in Pabbly Connect if we have received something. So you can see we have received response here, you can see it is showing the form ID, the ticket ID, the IP address, the submission date and time, all right, and all the details that I have filled. So our second step is completed. Now what I'm going to do is click on this plus icon here, and now I'm going to apply a function by Pabbly which is called filter. So search for filter in the choose app. So here is the filter, click on it, and what I'm going to do is I'll make sure that someone clicked on yes on the form. All right, so as you can see, I have clicked on yes button in the form, then the form opened up. All right, so you can see in this field where we have captured the data in Pabbly Connect, a field is this, you want to continue, and the answer is yes. So I'm going to select this field from this select label option. So when you click here on select label, you will find this Pabbly form builder option, and when you click here, you will find all the data that we have already captured in the second step. All right, so you will find the this field, this label also by clicking here in the Pabbly form builder option. So you will find you want to continue, yes, map this, and in the filter type make it equals to, and here in the value just manually enter yes. All right, so when you click here on save and send test request, you can see it is showing the condition is true, status is success. That means, let's say if we send the link to many people, and let's say someone filled the form and someone clicked on no as they do not want to register, then this workflow will not run and the message will not be delivered. The message will be delivered to only those who have clicked on yes and filled the form. That's why we have applied this filter. So after applying this filter, what you have to do is click here on this plus icon, and from this action window you have to choose the application as Razorpay. All right, so select this Razorpay application, and in the action event what you have to do is create payment link. So we are going to create a payment link which we are going to send on WhatsApp to the person who have filled the event registration form. So click on connect here, and from this window click on add new connection, and then it will ask for these two things, the key ID and the key secret. So from where you will find these two things, so you have to go, you can read this instruction, you have to go to the settings of your Razorpay dashboard and find API keys option. So let me bring you to the Razorpay dashboard here, and from here I am going to click on the settings, and in the settings you will find this API keys option. So click here, and you can see these two things. So these are the keys that I have already generated. So by clicking here on regenerate test key, you can regenerate a key for you like this by clicking here. So you can deactivate the old key immediately. So let me deactivate it. All right, and you can see we have these two things, the key ID is generated and the secret key is generated. So copy these two things from here, and after copying this key ID, paste it here in this key ID field in Pabbly Connect like this, and also the secret key, which is this, copy this from here and come to Pabbly Connect, paste it here. All right, so once you made this connection, you can also use the existing connection option. So this is also a one-time task. Now click on save here. All right, so you can see the connected is showing up. That means we are connected with Razorpay. Now you have to enter the amount. So what amount you are going to set for this registration, for this event that you are conducting. So let the registration charges be, let's say 350 for us. Currency will be INR, put INR here, and in the type select link, we are going to generate a link. In the description, you can enter the description as payment link for conference on AI in industries. All right, so you can put it according to you. After putting the description, it is asking for the customer's name. So in the name, you can map the name, name of the person who have registered. So you'll find the name in this Pabbly form builder option, map the name. And then email, you can map the email. In the contact, you can map the contact also. So here is the contact. And yeah, after this it is asking for the receipts data. So in this receipt, you have to enter a unique value for each payment link. All right, so to put a unique value, just click here and click on this Pabbly form builder option, and it will show you this ticket ID. So this ticket ID is unique and it is generated with every time someone filled the form. So just map this ticket ID in the receipt number, and we do not want to send the reminder from this Razorpay. And also the important thing is, in this expire, you have to mention the time at which the payment link will get expired. All right, so the conference we are conducting is on 16th October to 20th of October 2021. So I want that my payment link get expired on 15th of October. All right, so to make sure of this, what I'm going to do in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to, in this expire field, click here on this timestamp option. You can see I have clicked here on this timestamp, and this page will open up. And from here, so I want the link to get expired on 15th. So I'm filling the date as 15th. You can see 15th of October. So the month is 10th, year is this, and on 15 I am also adding the hours. So let the hours be, let's say I want to get it expired. I want that this payment link exists on 15th for 12 hours. All right, so I am adding 12 hours here, and the minutes would be 00. All right, now click on convert, and this Unix timestamp is you will get this timestamp here. So just copy this timestamp from here, go to Pabbly Connect, and in this expire field, paste this timestamp like this. All right, now it is asking for SMS notification. No, we do not want it. You can leave these fields here, and in the callback URL, you can enter the URL of your firm or your foundation who is conducting this whole thing. All right, so you can enter the URL here. I'm leaving this all blank also here. Now I'm clicking on save and send test request, and let's see if the payment link got generated or not. So you can see it started showing this type of response, and here you will find the link it has generated, which we are going to send to the person who have filled the form. So this is the link, short URL. So this is the payment link we got. All right, so this step is also completed, which is to create a link. All right, so now come to our final step. Let me show you the step first. So we have completed these two steps and collected the form's data in Pabbly Connect. We are going to execute the final step, which is now send us Razorpay payment link on WhatsApp via 360 dialog. So it is time for sending the message on WhatsApp with the payment link, and to do this we are going to use another application, which is 360 dialog. So now I'll tell you what 360 dialog is and how we are going to use it. So now in Pabbly Connect, click on this action window, and from this choose app, choose your application as 360 WhatsApp by 360 dialog. Select this. All right, now in the action event, select send template message. Now you guys are wondering why I am using this application. Actually, to send messages on WhatsApp, you must have the access of WhatsApp's chat API. All right, so 360 dialog is an application which have the official access of WhatsApp's chat API. So by using this application, we can send messages on WhatsApp very easily and directly. So now click on connect here, and from this window, click on this add new connection, and here it'll ask for these two things, the API key and the domain. So where you have to find it? You have to go to your 360 dialog dashboard. So this is my 360 dialog account. Alright, so you can also set up your account, set up your 360 dialog account, and to do that you can use the link that we have pasted in the description box, and you can use the services of 360 dialog in very affordable prices by using our link which we have pasted in the description box. And also we have pasted a link of the video in the description in which we have explained how to use and how to set up your 360 dialog account. For now, what I'm going to do, as you can see, I have clicked here on WhatsApp accounts in my 360 dialog dashboard, and here you can see we have this button which is the generate API key button. So by clicking here you can generate an API key for yourself, which you have to enter here in this API key field, and while doing that you will also find the domain name as well, which you have to enter here. So this is a one-time process. Once you generate your API key, you can use it to make the connection with Pabbly Connect many times. Alright, so as I have already generated one API key, I do not need to do it once more. So I'm clicking here on choose existing connection because I have already connected it my 360 dialog with Pabbly Connect before. So I'm choosing the existing connection and clicking on save. So you can see it started showing connected. Alright, and these fields are opening up. So the first field is the template. So it is asking for which template you are going to use to send the message. So let me bring you to my 360 account again, and I am opening this manage templates button, clicking here. So you can see these are the templates we have in my 360 dialog account. So what are these? Let me open one for you. So templates are nothing but the messages we are going to send to our clients or customer, to whomever we want to send WhatsApp messages. So this is one typical template. It looks like this. So you can also create such templates here in 360 dialog by clicking here on this add template button, and this window will open up, and here you can enter the name of your template. From this field you can select the category of the template, and we have these categories here: issue resolution, reservation update, shipping update, and much more. Also you can select the language. You can type the message in any language available from these options. Then you can select the templates type, standard template, and media and interactive. So in media and interactive type you can add the files or media attached here in this field. Alright, so as and when you complete creating the template, here you can enter the main body of your message in the body field, and after doing that you just have to click here on preview and submit button. And after submitting your template, what will happen? The WhatsApp's parent company, that is Facebook, will review your template and get your template approved. All right. So it generally, the standard time of approving the templates is 30 minutes to 48 hours. Generally, it takes a few hours or 45 minutes approx to get a template approved by Facebook. After getting your templates approved, you can use all these templates to send the messages to your customers or to whomever you want to send messages. So in Pabbly Connect, it is asking for which template I want to use. Alright, so for this purpose, I am going to use the template is the registration process template. This template I am going to use. So I am selecting this template here. So after selecting the template, the namespace field will automatically be filled up. The language code is already selected. The EN stands for English. Now you have to map the mobile number of the person who have done the registration process to send the payment link to him or her. Alright, so when you click here, you will find this Pabbly form builder option. And when you click here, you will find the details of the person who have filled the form. So you will find the number also. So just map the WhatsApp number like this. After this, these body fields are opening up. So what are these body fields? Let me open the template for you. So I'm going to my 360 dialog account, and here I'm going to open this registration process template which we are using. So here you can see the structure of the message is like this: hello, and this 1 2. So the 1 2 3 and 4 which are in double curly braces are actually the body fields which are opening up here. So in this body fields you can see these are the variable things of our message. So you can see after hello we are going to put the name of the person who have filled the form. So with every message this position is going to change because every person have the different name, and we have received your request for. So if you have more than one events ongoing, or the yes, if you have more than one events that you are going to happen, and for that you have made a single form, this place can also change. Right here so these are the variable things which we are going to put here. So we want that as and when we send a new message, these things get automatically filled up dynamically. So to do that, you have to map the values of these body fields here in Pabbly Connect. Alright, so in the body field 1 we are going to map the name of the person. So you will find the name here in Pabbly Connect, in Pabbly Form Builder option. So map the name of the person. In the second field you have to enter the name of the conference or the name of the event. So here we do not have the data of the event, so you can manually enter here the details of the event, which is this. The name of the event is, let me open the form again. So the name of the event is this: conference on AI in industry. So just copy this name from here only and fill it here manually. And in this body field 3 we are going to map the link of the payment. Alright, so to find the link you just have to click here and you will find this Razorpay create payment link option. So this is the step in was the previous step in which we have generated the link. Alright, so you can see this is the link that we have generated. So you have to map this link by clicking here on this Razorpay option and you will find the link here. So this is the link we have. Map it like this. Alright, so now it is asking for body field 4. So body field 4, so this is the fourth. So here just put the name of the body which is conducting this event. Alright, so you can enter your company's name, like I am entering AI Universal Foundation, just an example for you. Alright, now when I click here on save and send test request, this link will be delivered to the WhatsApp account. Alright, so I am clicking here. And you can see it started showing this type of response, and we have also received a message here. Let's see in the WhatsApp. And the message is this: hello Zoya Khan, we have received your request for conference on AI in industry. Please use the link below to complete your registration process. Alright, so this message has arrived according to our template. Alright, so the connection is working fine here. Now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in the trigger option we selected Pabbly Form Builder as an application, connected the form with this URL which is webhook URL. Then we captured the response by filling another form. Then we applied the filter to make sure someone has clicked on yes and filled the form completely. After this we connected the Razorpay payment page, Razorpay dashboard to generate a link which we are going to send to the person. Alright, after generating the link we connected 360 dialog for sending messages on WhatsApp. Then we mapped the template details here like this. The body fields, the variables we had in our template, we mapped all these things, and when I click here on save and send test request, the message get delivered. Now just click on save here. Now let me tell you one more important thing, that You can make this workflow run 100 times in a month because Pabbly Connect's free account provides you 100 free tasks for every month. Alright, so if 100 free tasks are sufficient for you, you can use Pabbly Connect for free forever. Also, we are going to paste the link of this same workflow in this description box so you can use this same workflow in your free Pabbly Connect account and run this automation.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to instantly assign course to student on new Razorpay sale. So imagine this, a guy called as John makes a payment on Razorpay for your course on quantum physics in Zenler. So your idea is that John must be added as a student in Zenler. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of John from Razorpay, sort it out, and manually add him as a student in Zenler. Now the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome, considering many students will be joining your course. So here I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that when a new sale is made in Razorpay, automatically assign a course to that student on Zenler. Now in this video we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Razorpay and Zenler. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you with an example. Okay, so this is a checkout page I have made in Razorpay. So imagine a guy called as Aaron is filling out the form. So the first name is Aaron, the last name is Mosby. This is the email of Aaron Mosby, Aaron Mosby 123@gmail.com. Okay, and this is Aaron Mosby's phone number 9132313917. Okay, so this is the phone number and the amount he is willing to pay is 1,500 rupees. So let me just click on pay 1,500. Okay, so I'm going for the card. Okay, so these are the card details. Let me enter the CVV and let me just make a payment. Okay, so the payment is getting completed. Yes, the payment I think is going to be successful. Yes, the payment is successful. So a guy called as Aaron Mosby has made a payment of 1,500 rupees. So the idea is that once a payment is made in Razorpay, Aaron Mosby will be added as a student for a particular course in new Zenler. So let me just take you to Zenler. So let me just take you to that particular course and let me just refresh this. So this is a course on quantum physics. And let's see, we have a student Aaron Mosby in this particular course or not. Yes, we do have a person called as Aaron Mosby. So this is the email and he has joined on today. So this is today's date. Excellent. So basically this is the process. You make a payment in Razorpay, you will be added as a student on a particular course in Zenler. Okay, so to begin the actual integration process in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, that is because we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Razorpay and Zenler. So this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, Create Workflow. Now, before I create a workflow, there is something I have to do. Now, as you can see, I already have an integration between Razorpay and Zenler. Now, this is because of this workflow, okay? So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to switch off this workflow. The reason I'm switching off this workflow is if I create a new workflow from here, and if this old workflow is running in parallel to it, there will be the problem of duplication of result. Basically, the same person will be added in Zenler as a student twice. So to avoid that, I have switched off this old workflow. It is actually none of your concern because we are going to start from scratch by clicking on Create Workflow. Okay, so we are going to give a name to this workflow. So how about Razorpay to Zenler? And let me just click on Create. Okay, so when you click on Create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically, we are going to create a new workflow. Now, if you directly want to access this workflow, you can clone the template of the workflow, which I have made available in the description box. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Razorpay, because we want to send the data from Razorpay. Razorpay it is. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as payment captured? Okay, so payment captured is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if this condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new payment is made in Razorpay, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like order paid, invoice paid, payment failed, payment authorized, and so on. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, all you have to do is just approach the help section. As you can see, this is the help section. Click this. So when you click on help section, you will be directed to Pabbly forums. All you have to do is just click here and make a request that you want so and so triggers. Okay, so let me just take you back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so basically the gist is we are just trying to integrate Razorpay to Pabbly Connect. So let me just take you to Razorpay. So this is the dashboard of Razorpay. And as you can see, at the left bottom, at the near left bottom, you will find the option that is settings. Click on settings. Okay, so this is the settings page. So what we are going to do here is we are going to add a new webhook. Now, as you can see, I have already created 3 of them. Now, this is for your consideration. I'm going to create a new webhook. So first of all, we have to enter the webhook URL. So basically, this is your webhook URL. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Easy. So this is your webhook URL. Now, we don't have to enter anything in secret. We are just leaving it as blank. The alert email is basically the same email with which you have logged in into your account. Now, coming to the active event. So this is basically the most important part. It is basically asking when the data should flow. The data should flow when the payment is captured. So I have checked on this checkbox. Let me just click on create webhook. Okay, so the webhook has been saved successfully. Basically, this means that we have successfully integrated Razorpay to Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new payment is made in Razorpay, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. Now there is something I have to do. So as you can see, just let me just take you to my Zenler account and let me just show you all the people I have in my Zenler account. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to make a payment as a user that is already present in Zenler. Okay, you will understand in a minute. So what I'm going to do here is, there is a guy called as Thompson Grease. Okay, so this is the email of Thompson Grease. I'm just basically going to copy this. Okay, and we are going to make some more charge. We are going to make some more payment in Razorpay. So this is the detail of Thompson Grease. So let me just enter Thompson Grease. So this guy is already present in Razorpay. Okay, so the first name is Thompson, the last name is Grease, this is the email, and let me just enter the phone number. Okay, so this is the phone number of Thompson Grease. And of course, he's just paying the amount of $1,500, 500 rupees. Okay, so I repeat again, this guy, that is Thompson Grease, is already present in my Zenler account. This is the email, this is the first name, this is the last name, and this is the phone number, and this is the amount. Let me just click on pay. Okay, so the payment is getting made and I'm going with the card. So these are the card details. Let me enter the CVV. Let me just click on pay. Let me just skip saving card. Okay, so the authorization is successful. Okay, so I hope, yeah. So the payment is successful. The payment of 1,500 rupees has been made. Since Pabbly Connect is integrated with Razorpay, let's see whether it has captured the details of Thompson Grease, who has made a payment of 1,500. So let me just take you to Pabbly Connect. Yes, the data has been captured. So as you can see, it is showing the payment has been captured. So these are the details of the payment. Let me just scroll down and let me just show you. So we have the email, that is thompson123verti@gmail.com. And this is the contact number, and this is the first name, this is the last name, this is again the same email. So basically we have got all the details. Now there is something you should know. So the idea is that Thompson Grease should be assigned a course in Zenler. Now before we assign a course to a user in Zenler, we need to figure out if the user is present in Zenler. So basically here we have two choices. First choice is if the user is already present in Zenler, and the second choice is if the user is not present in Zenler. So the first choice, if the user is present in Zenler, so basically we upgrade him as a student and assign a course to him. Now the second choice is if the user is not present in Zenler, first we create him as a student and then assign a course to him. So let me just show you with a flowchart. So if the user is present in Zenler, all we have to do is upgrade him as a student and assign a course to him. Now, if the user is not present in Zenler, first we create a student and then assign a course to him. Easy? Okay, so before we all do all those things, we have to figure out if the user is present in Zenler or not. So your obvious question is, how are we going to do that? It's actually pretty easy. We are going to use the help of email. So your obvious question is, why email? Well, there is no such thing as two same emails. All emails are unique. That is why we are going to use email as a search mechanism. So what I'm going to do here is just follow me. Just click on this plus button. Okay, so in the choose app, we are going to make it as Zenler. Zenler it is, Zenler. Okay. So first we are going to figure out if this user is present in Zenler or not. Now in case of Thomson Grease, we have already made it clear that Thomson Grease is present as a user, but the system doesn't know it. Okay, so first of all, we have to make the system clear that this user is present in Zenler. So first we figure out if this user is present or not. So let me just click on search user. Okay, and let me just click on connect. In the new connections, we have to fill the API key and the school account. So this is how you get the API key. You just go to Zenler. Okay, and let me just click on profile. And here you will find the option settings. Okay, so under the settings, you will find the option that is developers. Here you will find the API key. Click this. So this is your API key. All I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so now comes the school/account. So basically this is your school/account. This is mine. Okay, I'm just going to copy my domain name. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So this is your school/account name. Okay, so we have set up the API key. We have also mentioned the school/account. So basically all we have to do is just click on save. So when you click on save, you will find a blank. That is the search keyword. So basically all we have to do is enter the email of the person that we want to search for. So for example, first of all, we are going to mention the email this email. Okay, so already we know that this person exists, but the system doesn't know. So we will ask the system to find out if this person exists or not. So I'm just going to click here and then I'm going to go to the first accordion and let me just map the email. So this is the email. Where is the email? Okay, so let me just scroll down. Yeah, so this is the email and it will search if this person, okay, Thompson123verti@gmail.com is present or not. Now, if it is present, it will show all the details of Thompson, his name, his last email, and most importantly, it will return an ID. Let me show you. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, it is showing an ID. So this is the most important part in this whole workflow. Okay, so this is the first name Thompson, this is the last name Grease, and this is the email. So basically we do have this person because it is returning an ID. Now how about we do some experiments here? So I'm just going to remove this, okay, and let me just go to Zenler, okay, and let me just go to people and let me just search for a person that doesn't exist. Okay, we are just going to search for a random email. So how about god123@gmail.com. Okay, let us check whether if such email, that is god123@gmail.com, is present in Zenler or not. So it is showing that no detail is found. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this email. Okay, so we have made it clear that this email address, that is god123@gmail.com, is not present in Zenler. So I'm just going to Pabbly Connect and let me just paste this email address. And once again, I'm just going to click on save and send test request. Okay, so it is not returning an ID. Okay, so as you can see, it is not returning an ID. Furthermore, it is not showing any last name, the full name, or anything related to this particular email. So this means that this particular email is absent. So what I'm going to do here is, again, we are going to make some conduct some more experiments. So these are all the people we have in my Zenler account. So how about we go with this guy, Jerry Maguire. So I'm just going to copy the email of Jerry Maguire. So we are established, this is established that this person, that is Jerry Maguire, is already present in my Zenler account. Okay, so this guy is already present. So basically when we just map all the details here and click on save and send test request, it will definitely return an ID, also the details of Jerry Maguire. Let me show you. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, it is returning an ID. So this ID is for Jerry Maguire 123@gmail.com. So the first name is Jerry, the last name is Maguire, and this is the email. And these are the address of Jerry Maguire. So basically this guy is present, that is why we have an ID. Okay, so I hope you get the picture. So let me just remap the ID, I mean email. Okay, so where was the email of Thompson? Let me just show you. Okay, yeah, so this is the email, and let me just once again click on save and send test request. Okay, so this is the ID of Thompson, this is the first name, the last name, and this is the email. Okay, so it is established that Thompson Greece is already present. Now we just have to upgrade him as a student. Okay, Thompson Greece might be present as a lead or an instructor, or some other thing as a person, as a user in Zenler. He might not be a student. So first of all, we have to upgrade him as a student. Okay, not update him as a student, and then assign a course. And then we have the second condition, that if the user is not present, then create a user as a student and then assign a course. So basically our data is flowing in two streams. The first case is if the user is present. Okay, so basically create him, update him as a student and assign a course. And the second stream is if the user is not present, create a student and then assign a course to him. So to differentiate these two streams, we are going to bring in routers. Okay, so let me just help you with it. So I'm just going to click on this plus button. In the choose app, I'm just going to type router. So basically, as you can see from the emblem itself, icon itself, it is splitting the data into two streams. So in the first stream, we are just going to name it. Okay, let me just edit the name, you will understand. User is present. So this is the first condition, okay, if the user is present. And then we are going to establish the second condition if the user is not present. Okay, so these are the two conditions. In case of the first condition, if the user is present, we will have to update him as a student and then assign a course to him. If the user is not present, we will be using the details from Razorpay to create him as a student and then assign a course to him. So first let's deal with the user is present. So let me just click on settings. Okay, so first of all, we have a filter. So in the filter, we are going to mention the detail, that is this. Okay, if this particular ID exists, then the data should flow. So the ID is this one. Okay, let me just show you the ID. Okay, as I mentioned, this is the ID for Thompson Greece. If this ID exists, okay, so basically when we click on save and send test request, it will show the message as success because this condition is actually true. Thompson Greece does exist and this ID does exist. So that is why it will show the condition as true. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the message it is showing the condition is true, the status as success. So basically all we have to do is update Thompson Greece as a student in Zenler. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on plus button. Okay, in the choose app, Zenler it is. Okay, now in the action event, how about we make it as update a user? Okay, then let me just click on connect. Okay, so we are not going to enter the API key and these details. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to click on the existing condition and click on the recent one, and let me just click on save. Okay, so now as you can see, we have a set of blanks in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to update Thompson Greece as a student. Okay, so first we are going to map the ID. So this is the ID, we have mapped it. As I mentioned, this ID is really important. Now coming to the first name, so this is something that we have got from the second accordion. So this is the first name, okay, Thompson. Then we have the last name. So the last name is Greece. We have mapped it. Okay, so we are going to map the email. So this is the email. Okay. Now in case of password, I'm not going to assign him any password because you already know, because he's already a student, already a user in Zenler. Okay, so we are going to update him as a student. So we have assigned the role. Okay, he is going to be a student. And let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so basically it is showing that this person has been updated. So Thompson Greece is now a student. All we have to do at this point is assign a course to him. Now we do have a ton of course. Okay, so let me just show you all the courses we have. Now out of all these courses, we are going to assign him a course. So we are bored with quantum, so we are not going to do that. How about Science 201? Okay, so how about this one? Science 201. So this is the course where we will be enrolling this guy. Okay, so let us check what are all the students we have in this particular course first. So let it load. Okay, so these are the people that we have in this particular course. So when we assign Thompson Grease in this course, he won't be lonely because he will have so many friends here. Okay, so as you can see, Thompson Grease is not present in this course. Okay, so the course name is Science 201. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect, okay, and let me just introduce one more action window. Now the reason I'm introducing one more action window is we are going to assign a course to Thompson Grease. So Zenler it is once again. Okay, and in the action event, how about we make it as enroll user to a course. Then let me just click on connect. Okay, so we are going with the existing condition. Okay, so this is the last accordion. Okay, this is the last one. Let me just click on save. Okay, so by default it is showing the student ID as Aaron. So this is a wrong ID. This is not the one we want. We want Thompson. And in case of Thompson, this is a very static ID. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle this to the right. Okay, so this is the ID of Thompson. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to map the dynamic one. So this is the dynamic one and we are going to map it. So this is the dynamic one. Okay, so this is the ID. Okay, so we have mapped it. Now coming to the course, we are going to make it as Science 201. Okay, that will be the course. Now we have to figure out the course plan ID. So to get the course plan ID, let me just take you to the course. Okay, so this is the science course that we are going to make sure that Thompson Grease goes into. Okay, so first of all, we are going to click on pricing. Okay, so this is the pricing and let me just click on this edit button. So this is your course ID. Okay, so as you can see, these numbers are your course ID. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So this is your course plan ID. We have mapped it. Excellent. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so it is showing that the user has been enrolled to the course. Okay, so let me just take you to the course. Okay, so let's check. We have this person called as Thompson Grease. Okay, so let me just take you to the courses. So we are going to check in the courses, that is Science 201. So already it is showing 7 enrollments. Earlier we had 6 enrollments. So it is showing the Thompson has been enrolled into the course. Excellent. So let us check in the students. Do we have a Thompson Grease? Okay, so let us check. Yeah, we do have a person, Thompson123verti@gmail.com. So basically we have the guy. So excellent. So we have made the condition if the user is already present. Okay, so this was the condition if the user is already present. Now we are going to make the condition if the user is not present. So let me just take you back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, let me just click on done. And we are going to go to the second road, that is the user is not present. So first of all, I'm just going to click on setting. Okay, so again we have the filter. So we are going to make the condition something like this. If this ID does not exist. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on the same ID. This is the ID of Thompson Grease. So we already know Thompson Grease does exist already in Zenler. Okay, and this does not exist. Okay, so when I click on save and send test request, it will show me an error because the condition is false, because this ID does exist. Okay, and we have made the condition as does not exist. So that is why it will show the result as error. Let me show you. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so it is showing the status as error, the condition is false. So let me just click on done at this point. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is in the next phase, we are going to make one more entry via Razorpay. So this time the guy won't be present in Razorpay. So let me just click on recapture webhook response. Click on yes. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take you to Razorpay and let me just refresh this form. And we are going to make some more entries. So this time this guy is not present in Razorpay, in Zenler. So let me just take you to Zenler first and let's check whether we have this guy. Okay, so let me just take you to all people and we are going to check if a person called as how about Trini Matthew 123@gmail.com is present in Zenler or not. So the name is Tini Matthew. Okay, so this person, that is Tini Matthew, is not present. So I'm basically going to copy this address. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here. So we are going to establish the condition if the user is not present in Zenler. Okay, that is why we are going with the user that is not present. Okay, so the first name is Tini the last name is Matthew, and this is the phone number of Tini Matthew. Okay, I hope the numbers are right. Okay, so let me just click on pay. Okay, so we are going with card once again. These are the details. Click on pay. Skip saving card. Okay, so it is successful. Okay, so a payment of 1500 has been made by Tini Matthew. So let us explore, since Pabbly Connect is connected with Razorpay, has it captured the data of Tini Matthew? Yes, the data of Tini Matthew has been captured. We have tinimatthew123@gmail.com. We have the first name, the last name, all those details. Okay, so at this point, we have to make sure that the email of Tini Matthew comes here, so that when we click on save and send test request, it will show that if this person is present or not. But we of course know that Tini Matthew is not present. Okay, so let me show you the result that will come. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on F5. So basically it will refresh automatically. So as you can see, Tini's email will come here automatically. Okay, so let it load. Yeah, so as you can see, Tini's email has come automatically because I have refreshed it. Now when I click on save and send test request, it will basically search if tinimatthew123@gmail.com is present in Zenler or not. Now of course we know tinimatthew123@gmail.com is not present in Zenler. That is why it won't return an ID. Okay, so let me just click on save and send test request. So as you can see, it is not returning an ID. This is because tinimatthew123@gmail.com is not present in Zenler. So this is what we plan to do. We are going to establish the second condition. Okay, so the second condition is, let me just go to setting. Okay, and of course the API response is this person does not exist. That is why we are just going to establish, that is why we are going to create Tini as a student in Zenler. So in the choose app, let me just make it as Zenler. Zenler it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as add new user. Okay, then let me just click on connect. Now we have already done this before, so let me just go to the existing connection and let me just click on #21, that's the recent one, and let me just click on save. Okay, so the first name is Tini, so let me just click on from payment captured. Okay, so the first name is Tini. Where is Tini? Okay, so the first name is Tini. Excellent. And the last name was Matthew, I think. Yeah. Okay, so the last name is Matthew. Okay, and this is the email of Tini. Okay, so let me just map the email. Okay, so we have mapped it. Now we are going to assign her as a student. So that's her role. Now in case of password, what I'm going to do here is we are just going to make sure that Tini has a very unique password. So first of all, I'm just going to map her first name. Okay, so where is her first name? Tini. So okay, that's her first name. And after that, I'm just going to type 123 and with exclamation mark. So imagine a guy called as a new user who is not present in Zenler. His name is Rocky. Okay, so if Rocky Jones, okay, so this is the name of the guy, Rocky Jones, pays a payment, conducts a payment in Razorpay. So here his name will come first, okay, and then he will have the rest of the numbers 123 exclamation. So that will be his password. So that's the way we are going to create a password, and we are going to allot it to them. Okay, excellent. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so basically she has been added as a student. Excellent. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to assign a course to her, and we already know which course it is Science 201. So we are going to assign Tini the course. So once again, Zenler it is. And in the action event, how about we make it as enroll user to a course. Let me just click on connect. Okay, so existing connection, #21. You already know the drill. Let me just click on save. Okay, so by default, it is showing the student ID as Tini. Now this is a static address, so we want the dynamic one. We are going to remove this. Okay, so basically this is the ID of Tini. Okay, so it has been generated from here. Let me just show you. So basically this is an ID that has been generated here. Okay, it's because Tini has been added as a student in Zenler. That is why this is the ID of Tini. Okay, so basically we are going to map this ID here. Okay, so let me just click here. We are going to go to this accordion and let me just add here. Easy. Okay, now coming to the course ID. So the course is Science 201. We already know the course plan. So this is how you get the course plan. You copy these numbers and you're going to paste it here. So all we have to do at this point is just click on save and send test request. So let me do that. Okay, so the user has been enrolled to the course. So let's have a look. So I think the course was a 201, Science 201. So let's have a look. So Science 201, as you can see, we already have 8 enrollments. Earlier it was 7 enrollments. Thomas Green was the 7th enrollment. Now we have Tini. So Tini is the latest enrollment. Yes. So let us look into the students. Okay, so let us have a look. Yeah, we do have tinymatthew123@gmail.com. Excellent. So the presence of this student shows that we have successfully integrated Zenler and Razorpay with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before you leave, let me just show you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to minimize my trigger window and I'm going to minimize this action window. So basically, first you integrated Razorpay to Pabbly Connect and you made a payment, okay, and Pabbly Connect has captured the data. Then you have established a connection with Zenler so that you can figure out if this user is present or not. Then you have established router. So the reason we established router is because we have to set up 2 routes. The first route is if the user is present, okay, so this is the first route. If the user is present, all we have to do is just update him as a student, and if he's a student, then all we have to do is assign a course to him. Now if the user is not present, then create him as a student and then assign a course to him. Easy? Okay, excellent.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. Today in this video, we are going to integrate 2 software applications, Razorpay and MailChimp. So the use case here is that whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay, automatically add subscriber in MailChimp. First, let us know what these 2 software applications are all about. So Razorpay is an online payment gateway, whereas MailChimp is an email marketing software. The issue here is that Razorpay and MailChimp don't have any integration between them, and that is why we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an integration software which will help you to transfer data from Razorpay to MailChimp. The best part here is you don't require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen. Okay, so here I am at Google and now I will go to this URL section over here and I'm going to type pabbly.com. Okay, so this is the website of Pabbly and now I will hover over this product section over here and I'm going to click on connect. Okay, so now we are going to sign in to our account. So I'm going to click on sign in. Okay, so now because I have already signed into my account, that is why I am here. You can also sign up for free and create your free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing. You can try out this integration in Pabbly Connect absolutely free. So if you want, you can create your account right now and set up your own automation. The link is available in the description box below the video. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll down and here at Connect, I am going to click on Access Now. Okay, so now here we are going to create a new workflow. So I'm going to create a workflow now. Okay, so now I'm going to give a name to this workflow and I am going to name it as Razorpay Integrations. Okay, now I'm going to create this workflow. Okay, so now here in Choose App, first I am going to choose Razorpay. Okay. Now in trigger event, according to our workflow, whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay will be our trigger event over here. You can see we have various other trigger events available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the trigger event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So here I am going to click on invoice paid because this is what is our trigger event. Now you might have a question in your mind that what is this term called trigger event? Let me tell you that automation runs on the concept of triggers and actions. It is all about when something happens, do this. For example, when a sale happens, send an email. In our case, when an invoice is paid in Razorpay will be our trigger event over here. So now when you come down here, you can see this term called webhook URL. So what is webhook? Webhook is an essential way to get data from an external software at Pabbly's end. So this webhook helps you to build a connection between the Trigger software application and Pabbly Connect. So after choosing the app and choosing the trigger event, what we do is we copy this webhook URL from here and we go and paste it inside the Trigger software application, which is Razorpay in our case. So here you can carefully read the instructions written over here. You can just follow them. So now I'm going to go to my Razorpay account. So this is my Razorpay account, and the first thing that you have to decide is that you have to choose which mode are you using. Is it test mode or is it live mode? I am going to use this in test mode. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to go to your left hand side and here you can see settings. Okay, so this is the settings and here you can see webhooks. So in webhooks, I am going to add new webhook. So here in webhook URL, you have to paste the webhook URL that you got from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to just paste it over here. Okay, secret and alert email, if you want, you can just fill these fields. I am going to leave it blank. Now in active events, when we go back to Pabbly Connect, you can read the instruction. Select invoice paid from active events section. So here we have to select invoice paid. That is this one. Okay. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on create webhook. Okay. So our webhook has been saved successfully. Now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and now I'm going to capture the webhook response. So now it is waiting for webhook response. That means it is time to do an invoice payment in Razorpay. So I'm going to go back to Razorpay and here you can see invoices. So I'm going to click on invoices. So before doing a payment of invoice, first we have to create an invoice. So I'm going to click on this plus create invoice. And here let us create the invoice. So I'm going to fill some details. Invoice number. So I'm going to put it as invoice 123. Description, I'm going to write Razorpay integration. Okay, billing to select a customer. So here I am going to create a new customer. So customer name is going to be Emily George. Okay, email emily@gmail.com. Contact number. Okay, now I'm going to create the customer. Okay, so now when you come down, I'm going to select the expiry date as 30th. Description, here I'm just going to add one item and I'll make the amount as 10,000. Now I'll come down and here if you want, you can just write some customer notes, terms and conditions. I'll just go up and I'm going to finalize an issue. Issue invoice. Okay, so we have successfully created an invoice and issued it. Now what we have to do is we have to do an invoice payment. So I'm going to copy this payment link from here and I'll open it in new tab. Okay, so we have our invoice here and we are going to do payment. So proceed to pay 10,000. Okay, so here we have so many payment methods available. You can select whichever payment method you prefer. I am going to click on card and here you can enter your card details. I am here going to use the test card details given by Razorpay. Okay. CVV. Okay, pay. So we have successfully done a payment of invoice over here and the amount is 10,000. So now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can see Pabbly Connect has already captured our data. You can see invoice paid is over here and if you go down, here you can see customer details as well. Emily@gmail.com, the contact is here, fee is here, tax is here. Okay, everything is over here. So now I'm going to click on save. Okay. So here we have successfully finished our first step integration. So now let's begin with our second step integration where we are going to integrate MailChimp and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this plus button over here. Okay. So now here in choose app, I am going to choose MailChimp. This one. Okay. Now in action event, according to our workflow, whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay, we want to add subscriber in MailChimp. That is why add new member will be our action event over here. You can see we have various other action events available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the action event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So now I'm going to click on add new member because this is our action event. Okay, so now I'm going to click on connect with MailChimp. Okay, so now in credentials, create new or select existing credentials. Now, if you have any existing credential like this, you can just directly click on it and you can go ahead. But here I am going to click on new credentials and I'm going to show you how to get your API key and data center. Okay, now here enter your API key. Now, in order to get your API key, the instructions are written over here. You can find the above key by login on your MailChimp account, go to extras and then API keys. So now I'll go to my MailChimp account. So I've already opened my MailChimp account over here and this is my dashboard. So now I'm going to go to my account over here and I'm going to click on account. Okay, so now here you can see this extras tab over here. So I'm going to click on it and here you can see API keys. So I'm going to click on API keys. Okay, so now here when you come down, here you can see the API keys written over here. If you want, you can just directly copy this and go to Pabbly Connect and paste it. But if you want to create a new key, you can click on this button and create your new key. So I am just going to copy this from here. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so now data center. Enter the data center example US19 which appears as a subdomain in your MailChimp account URL. So actually we have to get our subdomain. So if you go back to MailChimp account, here you can see US2. So US2 is actually my subdomain over here. I'll just copy it. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it. So now this API key and data center are going to help us to build a connection between MailChimp and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to click on save. Okay, so now here we have some empty fields and we have to fill the information from the webhook response that we have got from here. So we are just going to map these details. First is choose audience list. Now you might have some list already created in your MailChimp account and that will be displayed over here and you have to select whichever list you want. Like if I go to my MailChimp account, I'll go to audience. Here you can see manage audience. And if you come down here, you can see view audiences. So here I only have this one list called Pabbly because my account is not upgraded. If your MailChimp account is upgraded, then you can even create new audience list by clicking on this button over here. Here this is showing me inactive because my account is not upgraded. So here I only have this one list called Pabbly. That is why here my only option is Pabbly and I'm going to click on it. Okay, so first name, let me map. So I don't have first name and last name separate. That is why I'm going to put both first name and last name, that is Emily George, together in one field. So I'm just going to put it. Last name, I'll leave it blank. Email address, I'll just map the email. Email is here, emily@gmail.com. Select the status of the subscriber. If you want a subscriber to be subscribed, you can click on subscribed, or you can see we have various other options: unsubscribed, cleaned, pending, transactional. I'll let it be subscribed. Now here in tags, you can either select a tag which is already existing in MailChimp, or you can also create a new tag by going to MailChimp and then putting it over here. So you can put any kind of tag over here. Now this tag will come in the information of the subscriber when you see in the MailChimp. Like if I go back to MailChimp, here you can see tags. So I have these three tags over here: WooCommerce orders, WooCommerce customers, and Razorpay invoices. So this will be my tag, Razorpay invoices. If you want, you can also create a new tag by clicking on this button and then you can name it. So now here Razorpay invoices is the tag for my workflow. So I'm just going to copy it from here. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and here you can see that we have to enter the tag separated by comma, and you also have to add double quotes. So I'm going to add the double quotes over here. Okay, so I've added my tag Razorpay invoices over here. If you want to add more than one tag, then you can just put comma and then you can add the other tags here as well. So now here I only want one tag. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. Okay, so we have got our API response. That means we have successfully finished the integration of Razorpay and MailChimp over here. I'm just going to click on save. Okay, so now let's go to MailChimp and see if a new subscriber called Emily George is added there or not. So I'll go to MailChimp And here you can see all contacts. I'm going to click on all contacts. Okay, so now when you come down here, you can see emily@gmail.com is over here. First name is Emily George. The last name has not come here because we mapped both first name and last name together in one field. And if you go this side, you can see the tag is Razorpay invoices. And here you can see it is subscribed, the source is API, the date added, last change, everything is over here. So we have successfully finished our integration here. Now I'm going to show you this process again with one more example so that you can understand how this integration takes place in real time. So I'm going to go back to my Razorpay dashboard, and here we are going to create a new invoice and then we'll do an invoice payment. So I'm going to click on create invoice. Okay, so now let us enter the invoice number. Invoice 129. Description, I'll write Razorpay to MailChimp integration. Okay. Here I'm going to create a new customer. Olivia D'Souza. Email is olivia0012@gmail.com. Contact number. Okay. I'll create the customer. Now expiry date, I'll keep it as 9th December. Here I'll just add an item and I'm going to keep the amount as 1200. If you want, you can add the customer notes over here, and you can also write the terms and conditions if you wish. Now I'll go up and I am going to finalize an issue. Okay, so I have created an invoice over here and now we are going to do a payment. So I'm going to copy this. I'll open it in new tab. Okay, so now here we are going to do an invoice payment of 1200 rupees. So I'll open it. Okay, now you can see we have various payment methods available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. I am going to choose card, and here you have to enter your card details. I am going to use test card details here. Okay. CVV. Okay. Okay, so you can see we have successfully done an invoice payment over here and the amount is 1200 and the customer is Olivia D'Souza. So now let's go to MailChimp and see if a new subscriber called Olivia D'Souza is added there or not. So I'll go back to MailChimp and I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, so now here you can see olivia0012@gmail.com email address is here. First name Olivia D'Souza has come. You can see the tag is Razorpay invoices and the status is subscribed. So we have successfully finished our integration here. So now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to show you what has happened in our example. Okay, so now in our example, what has happened is first the information came from Razorpay to Pabbly Connect, and then from Pabbly Connect, the information went to MailChimp. So now every time an invoice is paid in Razorpay, a new member or a subscriber will be added in MailChimp automatically. So we have successfully finished the integration of Razorpay and MailChimp using Pabbly Connect.
Not just these two software applications, but you can integrate any software application using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. For more, you can also visit our website at www.pabbly.com. Thank you.